SquareHammer.
Hello YouTube, hello SquareHammers. We are doing part 2 of the WTC Army List review. I wasn't able to do them all the first time because I talked about LVO because I had just gotten their package, so I wanted to review that with y'all because I am going to that, so I'm pretty excited. I've already schemed up easily half a dozen lists, all of different armies, so I'm not exactly sure which one to take. I don't know if y'all have a suggestion, but if you have one you think I should take, I don't usually aim for best general. I try and get best overall. So whatever y'all think would be best for that. It's going to be 6 rounds, as I talked about yesterday, but we'll get past that. So first, real quickly, I wanted to talk about GT dates that are upcoming. And which one is this? Let's turn this one off for a second. So I think I went through this yesterday, but you can see LVO is the first one up, and that's in January. That's only about a month and a week away. Then we have the one that I'm running in February in Battlegrounds. There's only about 18 people signed up for that, so I'd like to get to 24. That'd be great. But even 18's fun because I know almost everyone that has signed up, so that's always fun when you can do that. Brawler Bash by Ken in March. Then Adepticon, not sure about what's going on there. Richmond Open by Todd, which was a lot of fun last time. And my buddy Zach is running the one at Battle on the Beltway in Arlington in June. And he's already got several signups, and he already has some awesome trophies planned. He hasn't shared them yet, so he's keeping them close to the chest. But that's about it for that. And I wanted to talk about the Old World application. Now this is for Masters. I don't remember if I talked about this the first a couple days ago, but so we've had about 11 responses so far. You know what? Let me share the link in the chat. Put it here. And Corn, you just want me to take Corn? Rawr. What'd you say? With Vanguard Banner, you would got all the lists in the first vid? What does that mean? Don't know what that means. Is there a way to comment not in live chat? Just put it in the description maybe? But I put it in the chat. Hopefully y'all are able to copy and paste it from there. So this application at Nova in August of 2025, so in about 8 months, at the end of August, I'm going to run a Masters tournament. It is going to be, depending on the amount of people that are interested and the quality of players, no offense, but the quality of players, I'm either going to do 2 8-player pods, and those 2 will play each other within the pod. You do 3 rounds, all on Thursday, or all on Friday, depending, probably all on a Friday. Then the winner of both of those pods will play each other in the evening, probably after dinner or something, so everyone has a break after playing 3 rounds. And then it'll be that person versus that person, and it's the best of the best, basically the best person in the world playing against the best person in the world. Obviously, dice and all that stuff comes into play, but that is either that, or I'm going to do a 32-person GT Thursday and Friday of all the best people in the world. So, and to qualify for that, you have to fill out this response on Google Forms. It's very simple. Let's scroll to the top. You can see it's just like, are you interested in playing? You know, it's just telling you what you'll be doing, playing the best people. You'll be representing the best in your country, the best players in the world. And then can you, like, certain things, can you commit to playing 3 to 5 games? No dropping. I don't care. There's no dropping here. Unless someone cheats and you have, like, unless there's a huge blow up, but, like, do not drop this event because that is just a bad look representing. It's like dropping from the Olympics or something because there's a bad judge or something. I don't know. So I need your email. Are you willing to work with people? Can you get a fully assembled and painted army? Because I just bought new mics. I have a GoPro. I'm going to use this Logitech camera to be on the dice, and then my GoPro is going to be above, so I'm going to live stream this as best as I can. I bought a really cheap laptop that should be able to do it because, you know, Black Friday sales in America, always good. And I just need your information because I'm going to get everyone into a group chat. We're going to all start talking, the people who are accepted. Can you come to August? Why do you feel you should be accepted? What factions have you won and played with? Have you ever dropped from a GT and why? Have you won any old world GTs? How many players have attended? And have you won any RTTs that had at least 10 players? And then what rank are you on oldworldrankings.com? I have a hand in Old World Rankings. I'm not editing code or anything like that, but I'm able to dictate, not even dictate that much, but I can go through and fix events that either didn't report stuff correctly or etc. I'm the admin, at least of the US section. So we have 11 responses, some from all over the country. I think if I click this, you'll see emails, so I'm not going to click that. But, okay, on to WTC lists. Thank you for listening to my little spiel. And thank you for everyone that has supported SquareHammer in the past and that will in the future. All right, GT dates you don't need. List we need. Application we don't need. And go. Okay, WTC. I think I'm on to page 5. I did Dice Block. I did Drunken Dwarfs. Did I do this one? Sounds familiar. Nico, Daniel, Demons. Yes, I remember the level 3. I did this one. I did Ludic. I did not do PocketCat because I skipped this one and then did Crashy. I did your team. So we're on to PocketCat. The team name. Interesting name. Why is it that? I don't know. We will learn. Oh, is it Pocket with a P instead of a C? Pocket Person? Okay, sorry. High Elves. We have a Archmage level 4 with the Silvery Wand. Okay, we have a Noble Pure of Heart, so maybe she's in... Let's check real quick. No, probably not. Okay. We have an Archmage level 4 with the Sea Guard, Silvery Wand. We have a Noble on a Griffin with the Seed of Rebirth, but no ward save, so they're going to have a no extra armor save either. Okay, so they're just going to have a 3-up, 5-up. We have a Prince on a Star Dragon. Wait, the Noble's not even a BSB? Interesting. Sometimes you see a Noble be a BSB with the War Banner, or the other banner that gives you like D3 combat res. You charge them in with a dragon, and it's just like a static combat res nastiness versus another dragon. But this Prince has the Blood of Kalidor, Star Dragon, Full Plate Armor, Ogre Blade, Dragon Helm, okay, Charm Shield, and Seed of Rebirth. So they only have one 2-up save. They're going to have a Full Plate for 4, Shield, and then the Dragon Helm. So they're going to have a 2-up, 1-time 5-up, and then a 5-up regen. But the Ogre Blade's still good. I think a Prince only has 4 attacks, so it's not a huge taking advantage of the 65-point Ogre Blade. Does a Prince only have 4 attacks? Y'all let me know. Is that right? I think they only have 4. Let me confirm. Noble is budget BSB with Pure Heart. That's fair. Okay. Yeah, Pure of Heart, it lets other people... Is it just your command range, though, that lets you use their leadership instead of their own? I think it's just command range. Forces of Fantasy. I guess y'all are going to be able to see all this. That's just fine. I don't remember what I was looking up. What was it? Oh, just a Prince. The High Elves. Yeah, so just 4 attacks. It is weapon skill 7, which is really good, so mostly hitting on 3s. 2s against some monsters. But, okay. but no way to re-roll it. Their Archmage is high magic, so that's basically just some buffs here and there. Not dishing out too many magic missiles, but you can be buffing. I think they have the... And they don't have Lore Familiar. So I don't really like it when... I'm surprised at WTC you don't see Lore Familiar in almost every single list. The Silvery Wand, at least you get to know 5 spells. But I can't remember how many games you're playing. I think it's 5 rounds. So there's a good chance, I believe it's about 40% chance out of one of those games, one of the 5 games, you will not get the one spell you really want. But is Silver Wand only 10 points? 15? I mean, you save 15 points. I don't know if they could have found 15 points somewhere else to drop. Their core is at 13, so they may have been able to find it. But their characters are at 997, so okay, that's fair. We have Seaguard, 16 Seaguard, probably with this level 4 Archmage on foot. He's going to be buffing them with all the goodness. With the Razor Standard. Okay, so they're going for that. I don't think that is too strong because they're only BS 4, so they hit on 3s, long range 4s, moved 5 because you'll likely have to move. If you're shooting, so basically you need 5s most of the time unless their ballistic skill gets buffed. But without poison, I don't think an Archer Brick doing that is as good. But they have other weapons, it seems. I really wish Silver Helms had countercharge. I don't understand why they don't. They should be one of the most fastest reacting cavalry because they are elves. But what are you going to do? And orcs have countercharge, so just a little weird to me that they don't. No drilled, obviously. No musicians in any of them? No? Okay. We have 6 Dragon Princes. Did he give them drilled? Or do they just come with drilled? I thought you usually have to pay for it, if I'm not mistaken. No, they have drilled naturally. Awesome. So, Dragon Princes aren't terrible. I don't know if Zach's here. What'd you say? 4 attacks, yeah, it's command range, but if they're on a BSB Griffin, that's 18. But he's not on a Griffin. That is the issue. He is just a noble. I lied. He is on a Griffin. I am blind and totally missed that. But he's not a BSB, so he doesn't get the 6-inch large target bonus, right? I thought only generals and BSBs get that. Can you confirm that, Winslow? Lore Familiar is changed. You cannot choose army signature spells if you take that. Wait, where is that? Is that on the FAQ? Is that really? I think it's a bad one from the community FAQ though. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that one either. It does nerf Lore Familiar a little bit, which I'm okay with because it's almost in every single army. It's just like, hey, I need that spell, but if you can't take your signature spell, I guess that's somewhat of a decent nerf. Some armies that hurts. It's one less. I mean, it's still really good even for 30 points to just know everything. So I'd still take it, but I hear you. Winslow says, oh, you're right about the... Yeah, so it's just a 9-inch command range for his Pure of Heart. Yeah, if he was a BSB, then it'd be 18, and that would be sick. But at least you saw that it was a Griffin. I just totally missed that, so... the Dragon Princes, again, they have a 2-up save, and I think they have a 6-up ward save. That's really good. 2-up armor is really strong, but it's 243 for 6. Man, that's like 4 Dragon Ogres. Ugh. But these guys have counter charge, and I believe they have ITP and Furious Charge. So on the charge, they have 3 strength. Man, they should be strength 4. So they each have 3 strength 5, AP 2, weapon skill 5 attacks. And then even, the problem is they're impetuous, which is not a good thing. But what is cool is if you're in combat for one more turn, it's obviously not good because you have to use your hand weapons. But at least they have Ithomar weapons, so they get to, I think it's reroll 1s to wound. So that's at least something. All right. But I played Zach on Warhol. I think he had 6 of them. He charged 6 of them into, I think it was a Necrosphinx, and he only did 4 wounds to me, which is tough. So maybe he actually, I wonder how many attacks he rolled. I don't know if he gave them Furious Charge. Okay, so they could kill one. Let's see. One Great Eagle is chaff. Some people don't like Great Eagles because they don't really have armor saves, which is fair, but they are some of the fastest chaff and the most mobile chaff in the game, only because they're 60 points, but they fly 20. Well, they fly 10, but they can march 20. Get in the way of whatever you need. They're not great, obviously, versus flying monsters because they can just fly right over the Great Eagle, but for anything else that's on foot, they can just block you and force you to go a certain way. They can force Frenzy out. I don't know if there's going to be too much Frenzy here, but they can enforce Impetuous checks, all that good stuff. 5 Sisters of Avalorn with the High Sister with the Ruby Ring. Okay. And then another unit of 5. So we have 2 units of 5 Sisters, Dragon Princes, double Griffin, which is going to be actually Star Dragon and Griffin. So it can definitely do work. It can definitely do work. I wish y'all's core was a little bit better. It sucks that the only way to get your best core, which in my opinion is the Sisters, is to take the Handmaiden as your general, but then you can't, have some cool princes on a dragon. So I get that. What are you saying? Favorite YouTuber? Aw, thanks, man. I'm not even my own favorite YouTuber, so I appreciate that. CSM. I don't know who you are, but thank you. I've been pretty unimpressed playing with Dragon Princes. Yeah. They have a lot of good rules, but Strength 3 and Impetuous are big downsides for how much you're paying. I completely agree. I wish they were Strength 4. They're only Weapon Skill 5. So it's weird that Chosen and I guess Dragon Princes are Weapon Skill 5, but Grail Knights are Weapon Skill 6. It's like the elite of all cavalry. Those are the elite of all cavalry. I feel like they should all be Weapon Skill 6. Dragon Princes should be Strength 4, because I think even Empire, not Knights of the White Wolf, Inner Circle Knights are Strength 4. I know they're humans over elves, but like they're Dragon Princes. They're literally made to hunt dragons. They should be wounding dragons on 4s, but let's see. Meanwhile, I don't trade any eagles because of Brett items, yet not broken. Yeah, okay. All right, I don't disagree that the horn is ridiculous. I hate that horn. I hate that horn so much. Inner Circle best knights? Yes. Yeah, those are the best knights. Now, actually, I'm really looking forward to seeing all the different knight, not factions, but houses, chapters, whatever you want to call it, that Empire are going to get, hopefully, with their book. That'd be cool. I'm going to see like the Blazing Sun, and there's a whole bunch of them. Words. Not Inner Circle Knights, but Knights of the White Wolf, Blazing Sun. What's the one that they wear all black and they carry great weapons? Moor? Knights of Moor? I think that's it. Might be Moor. Morr. But that's it for I don't want to slow myself down getting into lore. Alex, we have Gabos. We have a Black Orc Warboss on a Wyvern. With the choppiest choppa. I believe that's +1 strength, but -3 AP. I think that's right. Enchanted Shield, so only a word save versus non-magical attacks, but he will have full plate and Enchanted Shield and Troll Hot Trousers. So he actually is going to have a 2-up, 6-up versus non-magical, 5-up because of Trousers. Pretty good. Goblin Odd Knob is level 4 Elementalism, Lore Familiar. So he can't take his signature spell with Lore Familiar. So what does that mean, Crashy? Does that mean, I should probably read that packet. Does that mean, can you roll 1 dice to generate the spell and then drop that for your signature and then you get to choose your other 3? Or is it just, the spells from the lore and you can't take any from your signature? Help me out there. He's got a Night Goblin Big Boss with the BSB, Wallopa's 1-hit ones. Don't remember what that is. Where you at? I believe, is that in the Arcane Journal, which I now have. We're not going to say how. Okay, you're going to take it a little slow. Let's see. Alright, you must be in just Ravening Hordes. Got it. I hate that it does that for everyone. Bruh. Bruh. Wallopus. Okay. It's a single use, strength 10, AP 3, strike first. How many attacks does one of those goblins have? A Night Goblin Big Boss? I'm guessing 3. So 3, strength 10, AP 3, strike first. You could kill something with it pretty easily. You can put a lot, like wounds on a monster, very easily. Okay, we have the Night Goblin. It needs the BSB, no special banner though. Okay. Level 4 with the Wog Magic Idol of Mork. One of them is extra dispel range, and one of them is extra cast range. I'm guessing this is the. Did he take a second one? No. He might be using this one to dispel, keeping his goblin further back and moving this one a little closer. So that could. But you're going for Itchy Nuisance, right? You want Itchy Nuisance. It's just so freaking good. No, you can take all from the lore plus lore signature, but cannot take any army signature. Ah, okay, I hear you. So you just can't take the specific army signature one. That's fair. So most of those aren't great, but that actually does hurt a lot. That's good to know because I'm curious what LVO is going to do about that because they're kind of writing their own. They're taking both the Mid-Atlantic one and the unofficial one as guidance, making their own. So I'm curious what they do there. I suspect the cleanest fix to lore familiar is simply buffing the bad spells. What do you mean simply buffing the bad spells? People are taking it because some lores can stick you with 2, basically. Yeah, 100%. That's the main reason. Like, there's 3 spells you want. The other ones don't really help you, at least the way you have your character built or your army. So you take lore familiar, and it's just your guaranteed. You can always pick a signature from your lore instead of a signature of the lore. So, Gabriel, I think that's the argument. I think you can too, but the FAQ that they are using at WTC says you cannot do that. So it might be rules as written one way or the other, but they're saying you can't do that. All right, let me keep going. Let y'all duke it out in the comments. You got the Black Orc tax because the 84 Night Goblins in one unit. If that's not overkill, I love it. So it's got the spider banner. That is a ton of poison. That's not the one that gives you poison on 5s? I know Luna was talking to me about it. I think. Where are you at? The spider banner. If you already have poison. Yeah, okay. So if you already have poison, you'd hit on 5s, but they don't, so they're going to be hitting on 6s. Or poison on 6s. So what's nasty is if you do. Now you have to be able to hit on 5s, right? So that means you have 84 shots. If you're able to get all the shots in against a large target, let's see. If you're doing it on 5s, how many of them are there? 84. So you get 28 poison if you're able to hit on 5s. So you get 28 wounds, and you probably are only going to get that. So it's just 28 wounds. Let's say they have a 3-up, 5-up, 5-up. So a 3-up, 5-up, 5-up. So they pass 9 on the first one. Let's just say they're down to 20. And then they only pass a third of the next one and a third of the next. Oh, sorry. Right, sorry, 2/3. 2/3 of the first one. So they pass 18. They have, let's just say, 18 left. I guess they'd only have 10 left, technically. All right, let's say they have a 4, a 5, a 5-up. So they pass 14, so they have 14 left. They pass another 4, and then they'd pass another, 3. So they could easily take 6 wounds, easy. And that's with a 4-up, 5, a 5-up. Almost any other monster that has just a 5-up save or just a 5-up regen or something is just dead. So you kill almost every single monster except for like triple stack saves, which is gross. Winslow, I agree. Oh, sorry. I forgot they're poisoning on sixes, not fives. I was giving them fives. Sorry. I was giving them fives because I just read it. So if they were spider riders, then they'd be doing it on fives, but you're not going to get that many. So yes, it's my mistake. My mistake. Whoopsies. So disregard all that math I just did, but 84 of them is still going to mess something up, especially with Itchy Nuisance, because then you drop also 3 Fanatics into them. So other armies that do this are just like, let's say, Tomb Kings. You're hitting on 5s and then poison on 6s. So, but the Goblins have Itchy Nuisance to lower your toughness, and then also 3 Fanatics to chuck at you too. So good chance they both kill stuff. Squig Hopper, Squig Hopper, Squig Hopper. I think they're strength 5 on the charge. Just a lot of little random movement attacks. Double Doom Diver and Mangler Squigs. So now why does he like how many black Night Goblin? Night Goblin, Night Goblin, 2 Night Goblins, 3 Night Goblins. How many are in Cave Squig? 1. Just 1. So I'm surprised he's doing 3 units of Squig Hoppers. I still think a Mangler Squig is better. Maybe he's expecting more cannons. This is it's a shooty army, and they don't have to rush at you. They can sit back and pepper you down with Doom Divers and 84 Night Goblins and some spells before even having to come out at you with their Manglers and all their Squig Hoppers. So that's a strong list. Strong list. It'll get messed up to magic missiles. All the Squig Hoppers will just die, basically. But if they're shooting them, then they're not shooting at something else. So, oh man, I was like, Black Orc War Boss, I thought you couldn't do Orcs twice. Poison on 6s if you don't have poison. That's correct. That's right. Teleport, stand and shoot. It's very brutal. It's disgusting. I think that's been very popular on some online stuff. And maybe I'll bring something akin to that to LVO. I'm not sure yet. Why is this not a... Can you see everything? Wyvern. Yeah, you can. I think. There we go. Let's see. Choo Choo Mother Effer. Hey, look, I'm glad my face cuts off... Oh, shit. No, it doesn't. Oops. Mother F. Yes, we're going to cut that off. Actually, I don't care, but it's like, whatever. YouTube. Let's see. We have a Black Orc War Boss on a Wyvern. Enchanted Shield. Effigy of Mork. What does that one do? And sometimes you get rules wrong when you're talking fast. And you know. Let's see. Any models, blah, blah, blah. So -1 to be hit. Okay, that's cool. Let's back in. Oop. Let's just do that. -1 to be hit with a full plate and shield and troll hide. So he's going to have a 2-up, 5-up, -1 to be hit in combat. So he's just going to chuck him forward. This is Chaos Dwarves, by the way, if you didn't notice. A level 1 with the ruby ring. Why a level 1? Oh, these actually count as engineers, if I remember right. These actually are the engineer of Chaos Dwarves. So he probably has some artillery down here he's using him for. Sorcerer Prophet on the Bale Taurus. Nice. That's the one of the big bulls. Level 4 Demonology. So he's going to probably be buffing himself or another unit he has lower. Dark Forge Weapon. That's one. I think it's like 20 points maybe. And you have to roll on a chart to see if you... like what kind of cool stuff you can get. I'll pull it up real quick. It's kind of neat. Chaos Dwarves. I think that's that one. I could be wrong. Yeah, I was right. Haha. Dark Forge Weapon. You don't see that well. So a 1's not great. Flame Attacks isn't great. Hatred all enemies. Amazing. Multiple Wounds D3. Amazing. MR1. It's okay. It's not as good if you're on a Lamasu or Lamasu, however you want to pronounce it, because I think that already has MR. But on this one, not bad. +1 strength, not bad. 6 is great. You get +1 to cast. And if this bearer of this weapon is not a wizard. Okay, so you get +1 to cast. So then you're casting at +5, really strong. So the only ones you don't really want are 1, 1 and maybe 4. Like 4 is not as good, so any of the other ones is cool. He's always going to have a 5-up. Mantle of Stone, I believe that gives him +1 toughness, but -1 weapon skill or -1 initiative. Yeah, Hatred's really good if he's going to be throwing him forward. But he's already doing Demonology. No, Dark is the one that gives you Hatred Frenzy. This one gives you like it's like +1 strength, AP, and something else. It's like there's like a triple one. Then we have Black Orcs. How many big? 6, 18. No, just 15. Just a unit of 15 with the Angry Lads flag. Not bad. Cutthroats. So just some trash archers. 10 Fireglaves. Fireglaves aren't bad, but they're range 18. So if you're shooting them at cavalry, you basically get within range to shoot some cavalry with strength 4, AP 1. Might be Armor Bane 1. I don't remember if that one is. But then you can stand and shoot, do it again, and then I believe they count as halberds, which is pretty good. No command, though, so could easily just be holding down a flank, trying to not let some drilled Dragon Princes or drilled Chosen come up the sides. Then, okay, so Death Shrieker Rocket Launcher, Death Shrieker Rocket Launcher. Those are okay. I think they fire 2 type of shots. One is like a very anti monster one, and the other one is like a blast that is not very good. Let's see. Can y'all see it? No. There you go. So one is a Under the Hole. It's strength 6, AP 3. So that's the problem I have with it. Versus most monsters, you're wounding on 4s. But it is D6 wounds, and which is not bad. So D6 wounds. If you're able to get through, let's say you're shooting at a monster that just has a 5-up save, it doesn't get a save, and it just takes a flat D6. But flat D6 is so swingy. But free wounds long range is pretty good, especially when you have a engineer helping him in case he rolls a misfire. Or if you don't roll a misfire, you re-roll the scatter, I believe. And then this one's just trash. It's a 5-inch blast, but no one takes infantry, and there's no AP on it, so it's like whatever. I guess it's not bad versus 84 goblins. That's actually kind of funny. Let's see. And if you suffer 1 wound, you take a panic check. So it's kind of neat. And then the Iron Demon is disgusting. He gave it Hellbound, which means I believe it gets a 5-up ward versus non-magical attacks. Let's make sure. And did he give it the drag along one? Hold on. Steam Cannon. No, so it basically has a 2 artillery die worth of shots, if I remember. Oh, a 6-up ward versus any magical attacks. Okay, I was wrong. If it already has fear, it becomes terror. Now, but if you roll you can re-roll one of your artillery dice because that's what it'll be shooting. But it's -1 if you roll a misfire. So still good, still very good. The Steam Cannonade is strong. Steam Cannonade. Where you at? I think it's 2 of them. Strength 5, AP 1. Cumbersome. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's 2. So you go anywhere from misfires basically from 4 to 20 shots. Strength 5, AP 1. And it doesn't have the something of nails, whatever it's called. But it doesn't suffer for something. Hold on. Oh, so I guess it does. I guess you do have to roll to hit, but what's its ballistic skill? What is the ballistic skill of this thing? Let's find out. I'm guessing 4. Yeah, so you hit on 3s. I assume. So like you're probably going to hit on 4 or 5, right? Which is not great, but you're very close. And I don't know. I like it with that. I think that's the best one. And you can't march, so that's pretty interesting. Basically a steam tank with a freaking 2 out of 3 Hellblaster. Not bad. All right, let's go. I wish I saw 2 of those. Honestly, I wish I saw 2. 2 Iron Demons is really strong. The Panic, don't miss it. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's pretty good. All right. Let's see. We got Giorgio. Giorgio. Yep. We are running Bretonnia. He's got the Frontier Axe already, so that's Exiles. So he's doing double Baron, an Outcast Wizard, and a Paladin. So he doesn't have the Grail Knight, as some people in my local area call it, the Green Bean. He doesn't have the Green Bean. Royal Pegasus, Knightly Temper, yeah, so that's the traditional thing. I have noticed the one thing that this Baron and that unit loses to is, just from like Mathhammer, is a mounted close combat character on a monster with like a triple stack save, because you don't get too many wounds through because you're only AP2, and you might only get 2 wounds through if you hit well, even with hatred. So you might only get 2 wounds through. Basically, 1 save gets through, but becomes 2 wounds because of Frontier Axe. But you lose to Stomp. You could easily maybe not lose your Baron if you don't get him, if he has the ward save, but you could easily lose him. You could accept the challenge with someone else, but then you still just lose combat, and you might lose whatever character you got. So the other one, so that's why I guess he has this Baron right here, which is the Virtue or Heroism in a Lance. Lucky Heirloom. Does that let you reroll a hit? I think that's what that one lets you do. Like reroll a hit once per game or something. Must be in the Arcane Journal. Kingdom of Bretonnia. Rolled a hit, wound, or reroll an armor save or ward save. Took 2 of those. That's 50 points for 2 of those. That is not cheap. 50 points. Oh, once per round. I thought it was 1 use only. It's once per round. Oh. Okay. That's better than I thought. Can you take 2 of those on something? Crashy, do you know? Can you take that twice? Per this FAQ? Anything with an asterisk, can you take it twice? Because I know, like, I don't think you can take 2 Charm Shields anymore. Unless that was just for the rulebook FAQ. Oh, I don't know. But that's actually pretty good. I hadn't thought of that combo. So basically you have 4 attacks with your Baron. Let's say you hit twice. Do you use those rolls? No, you don't. You wait to see if you wound and reroll the wound rolls. Is it a failed wound? So if you wound them but you don't get a 6, you have to keep it. Failed to hit or to wound. So that's a failed hit or failed wound. So if you wound them on a 4 or 5, you don't get to reroll it. If you're strength 6 and they're toughness 6, I would still keep the rolls for the wound roll. Just because you don't wound on, so you at least get some wounds. Yeah, you have to keep it. You have to keep it and save it for the wounds. That's strong. I didn't think of that. Okay, then you also have an Outcast Wizard. Level 3 Battle Magic, Dispel Scroll, Prayer Icon, which gives the +3 to Dispel, Ruby Ring. No Lore Familiar. So I really like the Outcast Wizard with the Lore Familiar, but I know you're only casting at +3, but you're just staying out of the enemy's Dispel range. So I would take the Lore Familiar instead. That's just me. But that's just me. But he's using it for just like pure Dispel, so there we'll get them inside of the 24 of the level 4. But even with the scroll, you're only going to be able to do that once. That's tough. Okay. Paladin. BSB, Falconhorn. Classic. No other upgrades on him, just BSB and Falconhorn. We have 7 Knights of the Realm. No musician, 8 Knights of the Realm. Wait, they have the Knight's Vow? I assume it's just because he didn't click the Crusader's Vow, but they can't have the Knight's Vow, right? Don't they have to switch it? Where is this thing? Sorry if this is making you dizzy. I thought in Exiles you have to switch. I'm sure it's just something that didn't click. Exiles Vow, Exiles Vows. The Exiles Vow is a chivalrous vow as described on so-and-so. So if I go under, let's just say, was it right there and I just didn't read it enough? Oh, it's right here. Duh. Baron of Paladins with the cannot have the Grail Vow. However, the characters may replace Knight's Vow. So why would you not take the Exiles Vow? Wouldn't you want Stubborn and Veteran? Because you can't pray. I have a feeling he wants to have the Exile Vow here and not. And if I was a WTC TO, I would definitely allow them to change that because the Knight's Vow does not help you at all in this instance. Right? Am I the only one? Right? I would assume so. But, alright, keep going. 2 units of 12 Peasant Bowmen. 2 units of 3 Pegasus Knights. 1 has Honorable Warfare, which means they get to reroll against units with missile weapons. Which I'm sure this unit, or all the Barons and Paladin are going in that one. Which is cool because you actually get reroll to hits versus dragons. Because a breath weapon counts as a missile weapon. We figured that out. I think that's in the FAQ. So that actually makes this Baron even better. Because that means he gets to reroll hits versus the dragon, so he doesn't need the heirloom. And then he can just save those rolls. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, so he's getting 4 hits. Sorry, he's hitting on 4s with 4 attacks. He hits 2. Gets to reroll those 2. Hits 1 more, so he gets 3 hits. Just needs 1 6 to go through. And hopefully he rolls like a 6, a 1, and a 3. Rerolls that 1 and a 3 and gets another 6. So hopefully that's his like best option really, is to try and get 2 Monster Slayer. And then hopefully the dragon, you don't get a regen, so it's the character's only going to have a 5-up ward. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. So, okay, so with this one, you obviously challenge with this Baron versus the big stuff like that. If it doesn't have a triple stack save, I'd probably do this if it's just a regular monster. Or I can't challenge. Or never mind, you send them both in and just murder it. Got it. And then 2 Bombards because freaking Bretonnia with better cannons and cheaper than Empire. Okay. Zoltan. We have the Tomb King. So we have the OP Exiles, and I'm guessing, let's see. Yep, so this one is doing the, oh, it's Mortuary Cults. It's not the other one. Okay, surprising. We have a level 4 Necro, Lore Familiar. We have a level 4 Necro Ruby Ring and Poison. We have a BSB Elementalism. So his BSB and his the Poison one is definitely going to go into the, I assume, the 19 Skeleton Archers, just for poison on them. The other level 4 is also on foot. 4 Swarms for wounds, for sacking for casting. 6 Bowshopty. I'm trying to understand the 38 Warriors, though. Maybe they're just expecting a ton of large targets, and you put the Warriors up front. The Archers behind can see over them, and you're just shooting poison all day. The big monsters have to charge the skeleton warriors because they're in the way, and they can't make a legal charge. So they have the phalanx rule. They don't even back up. And you're just shooting at them all day with Boshopties. And okay, 1 Necrosphinx, 2 Tomb Scorpions, and double Casket. So with the 2 Necromancy lores, they're going to be debuffing their leadership. 1 is lore familiar, so 1 will have Spirit Leech, which is -2 to your leadership, and you can't use General's Inspired Presence. And then we'll have the Vortex, which is cast it within 12. Anyone within 8 inches of that is -1 to their leadership and can't use General's Inspiring Presence. So basically, -3 to your leadership. You can't use your generals, and then an easy casket to cast a bounce spell. And then if you fail that, you take, was it like D6 plus 3, strength 6, multiple wounds 2. So like you're killing monsters pretty easily. Oh, and I didn't see the Skull Catapult. With Skulls of the Foe. So take another -1. So you'll be at -4. And then take a Casket of Souls leadership check. Gross. Good list. Gross. I'm curious what he's doing with the Skeleton Warriors. I would like to know. Is that all 3? So that's that one team. PocketCat are the High Elves. The Goblins with the big brick of poison. The Black Orcs, sorry, the Chaos Dwarves with a couple of pieces of artillery and 1 Iron Demon, and 2 big nasty characters on monsters. Monster Mash. Then we have the Busted Paladins and Busted Tomb Kings. So that's that one. Gross. Quadrifoglio. Quadrifoglio? What is that? Quadrifoglio. Or Foglio? Foglio. Well, the first thing that stuck out to me real quick was 30 Crypt Ghouls in a unit. Okay. So we have a level 4 Mortis Engine. Necromancy, Talisman of Protection. Lore Familiar. So this has 3 Banshees. So double Mortis Engine. Both level 4. 1 with the cast twice, the Raise Dead. Or not Raise Dead, Invocation. And then a level 1 Necromancer with Necromancy. I don't know why you're taking this one. I guess just for an extra bring dudes back. It's fine. Yep, a basic White Lord with nothing other than Battle Standard. So basically, 44. So 44 warriors going to be right here. It's going to have a level 4, a Necromancy, or a Necromancer, and a White Lord, BSB. So he's going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 bring dudes back. So good luck ever killing 44 skeleton warriors, because they'll be taking leadership 8 checks that are rerollable. Well, the Necromancer is level 7, but still. 20 zombies, which will instantly get to 40 on their turn 1. And they have 8 drilled Blood Knights with a 5-up regen. So they will have a 2-up, 5-up, which they can also raise from the dead. Pretty good. I personally... Do I like Blood Knights here? With 2 level 4s Necromancy, no extra Banshees, only 2 Screams. So I'd rather see 2 Terrorgeists right here, but that's just me. Terrorgeists aren't great in combat. They do some, but pardon me. But that's just me, and that's just my playstyle for when I do Vampire counts. Let's see. Matteo. Strong list. Double level 4, double Mortis. Disgusting. Matteo. Expert. Oh, he put Expert in his thing. All right. Let's see what you got then. Level 4 with 5 spells. We have a Noble Griffin with a one-time 2-up. That's for, against Monster Slayer or cannons if you really need it. They're going to have a full plate and shield, so just a 3-up, 5-up with a one-time 2-up. A great weapon. Oh, but they do have a charm shield, so in close combat they will not have a 3-up if they use the great weapon. Be sure to pay attention to that. Sometimes people forget that. It happens all the time. Prince, the general, is at the bottom. You have a Star Dragon with full plate, Dragon Helm, 2 open amulets, Lance, Seed of Rebirth, Luck Stone. I think that's reroll an armor save. Charm Shield. So, wow, very tanky. So, they're going to have a 2-up, 5-up with 2 one-time 2-up ward saves and 1 rerollable 2-up. So that is a super tanky Prince. I like that. Very tanky. And with a lance, so they can always keep the shield safe. Nice. It's the other of our Italian team. This one is? Was I pronouncing it correctly, or was I butchering it? I'm curious. Let's see. We have 6 Reavers. We have the Lore Master Cloak. Is that the one that gives you a fort versus magic missiles? I think so. Man, why does it not find that? It's like, hey, but then it's just stupid. Not Lore Master. Wait, what? It said Lore Master Cloak. I want Lore Master Cloak. Bruh. What is the Lore Master Cloak? The Lore Master Cloak. Anyone play High Elves? It's not in the Forces of Fantasy. I don't think it's in the rulebook. Man, why does it keep doing that? You're bugging on me. I don't know why it's not showing up in my Forces of Fantasy. Okay, weird. All right, next. I think it's 2 units of 5 archers, 17 Sea Guard with the Razor Standard, so they're doing the same. Look at my Discord link. There's all the items. Who do you think you are messaging me on Discord? Who are you? Do I have a link to the LVO packet? James, I do. It's actually on their website now, but if you can't find it by the time I'm done, I will send it to you. Crash, you didn't send me a link. What do you mean, look at my link? Ah, okay. Well, you sent me to Dead Hard Armor, but, you know, I don't know if you're trying to tell me something. Sorry, that was dumb. Yeah, 4 board savers, magic missiles. Okay. You could have just said I was right. Oh, save me some time. Okay. But don't build my ego. Alright, so 2 units of 5 Shadow Warriors. Those are scouting, shooting some missiles, you know, being annoying. 8 sisters. 8 sisters. 8 sisters. So definitely taking advantage of all those magic arrows, plus AP1. I think they're Armor Bane 1 too, right? Is that right? Dun, dun, dun. Sisters of Avalon. They have Bows of Avalon. Oh, there's no AP, but they're Armor Bane 1. Really? Oh, it's the Heirs of Isha. That's what it is. That's what gives it the extra little kick. There it is. So that gives them the AP 1. And then it's Armor Bane 2 because the... Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Understood, understood. So that is a lot of AP 1 shots, ignoring cover because that's what they do. BS 5, so they're like almost always hitting on at least 4s. So lots of arrows, a good chunk of arrows with a super tanky Prince Dragon, and then a cheap BSB like the one earlier, and then a level 4 running around, battle magic, magic missiling, and stuff. So that's a good list. I like it. And then we're on to Federico. We have, obviously, this is a different Italian team, so thank you. Let's see. We have a level 4 Pegasus. Man, this one's so clean. See, this one used not new recruit. This one used the old world. It looks so nice. Look how much cleaner that is. Like, that's all like blah together. And this is like, look at this. Look at this space. Look at this space. So easy to read. So this is expensive. He is 407. 407. That's an expensive one. He's got the can't take multiple wounds. Ooh, I wonder if you could put that on the other Baron that has the Monster Slayer. Do you have points for that? I don't know if he does, but like, can you fit that on that character? Because then you definitely send him in because there's so much multiple wounds with Ogre Blades and all that stuff. Okay, I will craft some lists later. But he has the Ogre Blade, Potion of Speed, and then the Hatred and the plus D3 attacks, because this is the regular Bretonnians, not Exiles. I assume so. We have a level 4, yep, okay, not Exiles. We have a Prophetess level 4 on a Royal Pegasus with the Falcon Horn. So I believe she is only leadership 8, so there's a chance that she fails it. I don't know if Sacrament of the Lady. I don't see people take this one very often. Single use. The bearer of the may use it before casting a roll. If they do, they may apply a +2 modifier to the casting roll. Okay, what's funny is the way this one is written is a lot of people, at least on the unofficial Discord, are trying to say that something that is single use is not used, or if it says one use only, is not used if you fail to use it. So the Horn of Isha and some other stuff. So like if you fail your leadership test, you don't actually use it. I don't think that has ever been the case when it comes to fantasy. So I don't know why it would start doing it now. But at least in this instance, it specifically says may use it before making the casting roll. So that at least clarifies this one specifically. But +2 to cast. What are they trying to cast with this? They are Battle Magic level 4. Probably double move, just to get +6 double move cast off, which is really good. Because since they don't have the Vanguard banner in this one, they want to fly 40 inches turn 1 and just be basically at the back of your board edge. And charging 360, you can just face backwards. It's disgusting. So that's a good combo. Very good combo. We have a Grommel Great Helm, which lets you reroll 1s and +1 to your save. Virtue of the Joust lets you reroll to wound rolls with your lance. What does the Lady's Grace do as the banner? That's not. Is that the? I don't think that's the take no modifiers to your leadership. Bro, why does it do that? I'm not deleting the whole thing. I'm literally clicking a couple. There we go. That's exactly what that is. So a unit carrying the banner of the Lady's Grace ignores all negative modifiers to its leadership. So if you're trying to leadership bomb me, I don't give a F. I am going to be leadership 9 with my Baron all day long. No matter what you do, even terror or necromancy spells, all that stuff, doesn't matter. Then we have, let's see, 10 bowmen. Ugh. Skirmishing, 6 knights, 6 knights, 6 knights, all with champion and standards. Then we have 8 Pegasus knights with the banner of Chalon. Now, I believe that's the one that you don't get to stand and shoot. That's not the reroll one, is it? Reroll against missile weapons or something. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, no stand and shoot. That's pretty good. That is a lot of Pegasus Knights. So there's 8, 9, 10, 11. The Prophetess doesn't have to go in that unit. They can just double move them and get out of there, basically. And she's protected by all the Knights of the Realm. So she's probably not in there. So you have And that would make sense to put her in there anyways, I guess. But you have 10 dudes, 10 Pegasus in the one unit. That's nasty. And you can never lower leadership. And you have 16 wounds. Ouch, that's really good. 16 wounds from the Pegasus. And you just start with a 5-up. So the best way to usually kill Pegasus Knights is decent shooting or just magic missiles, because a lot of people are in Exiles and they don't have the ward save. But at least here, you are protected by that. That's not bad. Especially if you can get double move off turn 1, 40 inches, fly wherever you want, and you have the characters to kill. You don't have the Monster Slayer one, so it's not as reliable against big monsters, because even in this instance, your Duke against a 3 at 5 at 5 up is only going to do, you have the Ogre Blade, so let's say anywhere from 2 to maybe 6 wounds if you get 2 5s or 6s on the D3. Okay, not bad. I like it. Something different. The Duke does hit easier and has more attacks, actually, so I forgot. And in higher strength, so it's strength 7, so it wounds on 3s. I was thinking Baron. So I would average, let's say 3 to 5 wounds with him. Probably 3 to 5 wounds, maybe. But no extra rerolls, nothing like that. So not bad, though. Not bad. Then, so we have the double Mortis. We have the, double Mortis, the big nasty dragon with lots of shooting, missiles and magic missiles. And then we have a nasty paladin army. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Stop auto sliding over. Thank you. Wood Elves by Michel. Let's see. We all use the Old World Builder. Yeah, I like it so much better. It just looks so much better. The 9th Age lists look insanely clean on new recruit. I think they didn't change it over for Old World yet. Okay. Now, if they eventually do that, then I'll be totally fine to use it. But until then, I'm not going to use it. Like, this just looks, it's just so much harder to read. It's more confusing because you're like, how many dudes are in this unit? You know, stuff like that. When there's like multiple drop downs. But okay, we have Glade Lord. We have a Forest Dragon. Got it. I think Wood Elves have to have a dragon. Ogre Blade, though, so not as tanky, more damage. Ogre Blade, Talisman of Protection, Arcane Bodkins for like AP2 missiles, Annoyance of Nettling, and a Befuddlements. So they're basically -2 to be hit in combat, and they have an Ogre Blade, which could do a couple wounds, and they have a 5-up ward. They have a level 2 Spellsinger with the Wand of Witch Elm. Is that the one that lets you like re-roll when you're next to a wood? It is. Once per turn, if you're within 3 inches of a woodland terrain feature, you may re-roll the failed casting roll. Cool. And as a level 2 with battle magic, like you can get some spells off, but you're level 2 with battle magic, so there's a good chance you don't have the spells you want, which is probably Fireball and Ruby Ring. I also don't think Wood Elves should be able to take battle magic. Sorry. They shouldn't be throwing fireballs. Like, what? Wizard level 4. Elementalism. Oaken Staff. That's the +3 to your spell. And I think +1 to the spell. Ruby Ring and Resplendent of Luminescence. So that gives their unit magical attacks, whoever they're in. Level 4 Elementalism. So that's the Earthen Ramparts, Teleport, Wind Blast, and Plague of Rust. That's probably what they're taking. Plague of Rust is amazing with Wood Elves if they all have poison. One does not have poison, which is fine. But then Scouts with poison, Glade Guard with poison, Glade Guard with poison, Glade Riders with 2 True Flight. Oh, and the Razor Standard. And MR1. Actually, that's actually a good combo because you take 9 Glade Riders, you cast Earthen Ramparts on them. So they're MR1 because of the Lodestone. They have magical attacks because of the level 4 on the Steed. And then they're shooting ignore. Is True Flight ignore cover or is it ignore modifiers? I think it's ignore. ignore cover and quick shots, so they ignore the -1. That is actually a cool unit. It's very expensive though. 252. So you move 9, shoot. You ignore cover and the penalty of moving and shooting, and then hopefully they have Plague Rust on them, so they're -2. Maybe you get a couple 6s to wound, so they're a couple -3, and then you reserve move because they have reserve move, and they can use that because they have Earthen Ramparts on them, which doesn't let you not march. Or sorry, it doesn't let you march, but doesn't not let you reserve move. That's cool. It's an interesting little combo. We have Deepwood Scouts, another 6, so I think that's 3 units to 6. Yep, 3 units to 6. Sisters. Hold on, I think it's just 2. See what I mean. All right, 2 units of 5 Sisters, both with a Handmaiden and Standard Bearer, so they're both going to be plus bounce spell level 2. But I don't know what he's going to be taking here. Probably more Fireballs, because if you Plague or Rust something, then that's, I think they need a 7 or 6. They need to roll 6s to get the spell off. But that is a lot of, that's what, 4d6, strength 4, AP 2. It's pretty good. Pillars are also amazing. You can use pillars as well. And then a Great Eagle for Great Chaff. That's a good list. I like that list. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Zach, I don't know if you're watching, but try that list out. I know your Wood Elves are great too, but just, you probably might want a third unit of the Sisters. But give that a shot. See how that works for you. All right, let's do a Samuel. We have a War Boss on a Wyvern with a 5-up regen and a 5-up ward. It's a great weapon. He does have full plate in his shield, but he doesn't get to use it if he uses the great weapon. And it's so cheap, man. 341 points for a Orc War Boss on a Griffin. And it has, what, a 3-up, 5-up, 5-up? That is extremely cheap for like a fly 9 monster just freaking zooming across the field. It doesn't hit as hard as some other monsters, but man, is it like 100, 200 Black Dragon, 300 points cheaper. Wow. Okay. Goblin Odd Knob. Oh, and it can quell animosity. So he's got the tax down here, which we'll get to that as we go down. Goblin Odd Knob with Lore Familiar. Elementalism. Okay. Let's see, a Night Goblin Big Boss. Just a cheap BSB. And Odd Knob. Level 4. No Lore Familiar. Interesting. Oh, so he has 3 level 4s. He has an Orc Weird Boy level 4. We have a Night Goblin level 4. And a Goblin level 4. Is it 2-up, 5-up, 5-up? Oh yeah, thanks Crashy. I keep forgetting that the Troll Hide gives a +1 to armor save too. It's really strong. I might have forgot that on one of the other ones that I was talking about earlier when I said he had like a 3-up, 5-up, but it's a 2-up, 5-up. Thank you. But yes, only combat, no shield. Yes. But still, a 3-up, 5-up, 5-up on a freaking Black Orc War Boss? Disgusting. For 341 points? That's just mean. But I like it. I mean, it's fair. There's other mean stuff, so I'm not complaining. 50 Night Goblins, full command, to Spider Banners, so they're going to be poisoning on 6s, because I won't do the math wrong this time. And 3 Fanatics to chuck, so Itchy Nuisance plus 3 Fanatics and 50 Night Goblins, and then another 30 Night Goblins with more 3-4 Fanatics. Really nasty. I was actually thinking... you know, so I know there's another picture. So I did it when the rules were like first dropped, and I had like a line across my whole like base or my whole table with like Lighthammer. Is this the new fantasy? But I saw someone posted it. They did something similar today where they're like fighting for somebody, and I was like, wait a second, you can do that with Night Goblins. So if you do that with Night Goblins, you have a row of 30, right behind them a row of 30. Right behind them, a row of 30. You can put the Fanatics, the lowest row, so 1, 2, 3. The lowest row can put their Fanatics on the other side of the front row, because it's within 3 inches, right? Is it Holy Within or Within? So and you're like 30 wide. So in this 30-inch thing, you can drop 9 fanatics anywhere, way over here or way over here, and just and if they all have bows shooting at large targets, that's 90 bow shots at large targets. Well, maybe less because you're 30 wide and line of sight, all that other stuff. But just the fanatics sounded awesome to me. So I don't know if that's the thing. I mean, he could take a hand weapon, but still, yes, yes. Okay, let's see what else we got. We have 7 boar boys. In the year the game is playable. Yeah, probably. I mean, we are basically the beta testers. Like, as you just said, it's still in beta. We are the ones that are testing rules, trying to see what's broken, how to break it, and then hopefully GW will come back and, like, which rumor is their packet, like, rebalance packet, so hopefully that comes out. I was told sometime after LVO is what I heard, so hopefully after LVO gets fixed. Well, tightened up, not fixed. We have 2 units of boar boys, 1 unit of 7 that are biggins, and 1 unit of 5 with a boss. The other one has full command, no banner. Then 2 Mangler Squigs. I love Mangler Squigs, they're so good. So that's nasty. We have 6 fanatics, 50 poison shots, 2 units of boar boys with have counter charge and like minimum 2 like strength 5 attacks. The big ones are like strength 6. Then 3 level 4s, which is disgusting. Really nice. Oh, is that it for this army? Or this one? Yeah, so we got the nasty wood elves, the nasty black orcs, the basically unkillable skeleton warrior double mortis engine, lots of archers, and then the nasty peg army. And it's quad. I forgot how to say it. I said it well before. Quadrifoglio, something like that. Wait, what? I'm a bit upset because you read Quadrifoglio list and not your. What do you mean your? Did I miss something? What's the UR? Tell me, Gabriel. What do you mean? I will wait. No, I won't. I will start going. Well, the next one is random guys playing Warhammer. You know what? Let's see if I can make this look a little better. Huge. No, that's fine. Can I do this to tighten this up a little bit? Yeah. Oh, really? Sorry, I thought I read y'all's already, like yesterday. I think I read y'all's yesterday, buddy. Is it not typed in right there? That's not you, is it? I think I already read this one. I believe I did this one yesterday. Right? Oh, no. So it's dumb. I just did this one. No, I didn't. I did this one yesterday. Yeah, I did this one yesterday. How dare you, sir? How dare you hate on me? But it's fine. I don't mind. All right, so let's go to... Did PocketCat. Did Quadrifoglio. Then random guys playing Warhammer. Only got a couple more. 5, 10, 15. I say a couple, but it's more than a couple. But I already did one of the ones below, so like it's not as long as you might think. Like random guys playing Warhammer. We have Arvid. We have a level. Let's see. I'm guessing double mortis. We have double mortis going on. Only one has a 5-up, so this one can be targeted very easily with cannonballs or with magic missiles and such. Wait, did I not read your list yesterday? I swear I think I did. Tell me if I didn't. If I didn't, I'll go back. We got 27 Graveguard, and great weapons, so they're going to be very tough to bring down, just with all the double mortis, and 2 Tomb Banshees. So they already have 4 Screams. I think 4 Screams, is like probably the minimum. Not minimum, at least 3 Screams, I think, in every vampire list if you're taking double necromancy stuff, because you need to take advantage of that leadership buff as much as possible. Plain BSB, Banshees are just hiding behind Graveguard / zombies. Now it's interesting, he doesn't have the 5-up regen. He didn't give them the banner of Drakenhof. He didn't give them the Drakenhof banner to give them a 5-up regen. So they only have a 5-up, 6-up. They will actually die pretty quickly. Interesting. 2 units of 20 zombies and 8 Blood Knights with the Drakenhof banner. Gotcha. And they're causing terror. Great for some lists. Remember, this is 5-on-5, so against certain armies this will not do well. But for certain other ones, it will dominate. Like, dominate. So hopefully, if they need to get paired into the certain things, I think. Okay, cool. Paul Well. And I'm not hating on anyone's list, so don't think of obviously if you're skilled with your list and you've played it enough, it doesn't really matter who you played. You have a chance to beat them, especially if you're going to WTC. Okay, Paul Well. You have. Let me scroll over a little bit more. There we go. We have High Priest level 4 with Cloak of the Dunes. There we go. That I think is like 4. No, that one's the 50-point one. You only have. I think you might have Fly 8, Fly 9. I don't think you get Swift Stride, or that one is the one that gets you Swift Stride and the Magic Carpet doesn't. But that one, it's like when you fly over an enemy unit, you do like 2d6, like strength 2 hits or something. Basically, you're hitting them with like a sandstorm. That's cool. I'm glad to see that. That's neat. And are they doing Mortuary Cult? No, they're just doing regular. They only have a level 4. 2 level 4s. See, like, God. So they have 2 level 4s. And one's a level 4 of Elementalism. Nothing else on the guy. Nothing else. Just plain. Okay. Then a Mortuary Priest BSB. So this has to be Mortuary Cult, because that's the BSB. So 2 level 4s and a plain old BSB. 39 Skeletal Archers, which is going to have the poison. Level 1 Illusion. Illusion, I think their signature spell is the one that buffs you up. But I think it doesn't even matter, because they'll probably just take their own signature to get the reroll 1s. Probably. 660 core, which is the minimum for Mortuary Cult. You have 39 archers. You have 2 units of 7 skirmishing archers. Oh, he didn't give them the bows. Okay, so just super cheap chaff. Can probably suck the wounds off some. And then raise them back up the next turn if they're not dead. 8 Bow Shopti. That is a lot of Bow Shopti. Hitting with 4 turn is not bad. Then the 2 mandatory Tomb Scorpions with Ambush. Casket, Necrosphinx. Necrosphinxes are one of the best monsters. It's so weird that they're 195 points, which is cheaper than most big monsters. But this one has Fly 9. It has 5 attacks instead of 4, like almost all other monsters. It has a 5-up, 5-up, and it's unbreakable. Sure, it can crumble, but all of its attacks are AP1, Killing Blow, and then it's got a 6th attack with Strength 10, AP4, Monster Slayer Killing Blow. And then its Stomp attacks aren't D3 plus 1, they're not D6, they're D3 plus 2, so they're very reliable. You're minimum always getting 3, which is amazing. When you take variance out of the game, it's a huge help. So like those 2, disgusting. Very strong list. The characters are really cheap, so you're really relying on your shooting and your caskets to hold people back. Like 1 Necrosphinx isn't that bad. If the 2 are next to each other, then that's a problem. but I like it. Okay, why don't you just let me see the rest over here? Let's keep doing that. So aggravating. Alrighty. Bretonnian Exiles. This is Perdier. Perdier, yes. We have a Baron with the Frontier Axe and the Templar, and rerolling ones, and a one-time Charm Shield. That's in case they get shot before they get to kill something and get the ward save. Outcast Wizard level 3. Battle Magic Lore Familiar on a Steed. Classic. A Paladin BSB with the War Banner. Royal Pegasus. Exiles Vow. Is this all on him? Lance, Charm Shield, Gauntlet of the Duel, and the Falcon Horn. What's the Virtue of Duty? Isn't that the one where they can't join a unit or something? Obviously, that's probably wrong because you wouldn't want that. Is that regular? Oh. Duke or Paladin only. You get an extra combat result. This character cannot be your army general or join a friendly unit. I hope he knows that. I'm sure he does. But that is nasty because you have a banner, well, a BSB and a War Banner and Virtue of Duty. So he is +3 combat res, and he's just flying around, staying safe, using the Falcon Horn, re-rolling the Leadership 8 to nerf all other flying, and he's just waiting for that opportune moment to charge in with his banner, or sorry, with his Baron, to just get flat 3 combat res with that Paladin, which is great versus other dragons and stuff. So he actually might even be not trying to be shady, but it's like the Paladin is next to the Pegasus unit with the Baron, and like you think that the BSB is in there with him, so maybe you don't shoot at them or whatever, but you know they'll come in, they'll do a double charge, and yeah, that's nasty. So you get a lot of combat res just straight. That's actually a good idea. You do lose an extra cool banner in the Pegasus unit, but you do get the 1 extra free combat res. Okay, sorry, just thinking in my head. Oh, readjusting. We have Mounted Knights of the Realm. 5 knights, 5 knights, 5 knights, yeomen, and the mandatory 10 archers. The yeomen, I'm guessing, are running around with the wizard just for wound protection, not in the unit, but next to it, and just a bunch of 5 knights. So what's interesting, I think that fewer drops is definitely better for the exile list, because if you're vanguarding up, you are easily in a position to, you need to go first so you can make that charge. Obviously, countercharging is good too, but sometimes someone might not even to charge you just to force and just shoot the crap out of you. But if you get to go first, it's huge. Let's see. We got 5 Pegasus, 2 units of 5. Any banners? We got the Vanguard banner and the can't charge or can't stand and shoot banner. Both good. And double bombard. Excellent list. So, yeah, excellent. All right, so we have the nasty. Oh man, I think we have the good vampire list. We have the nasty casket, shooty up, Tomb Kings. We have the nasty Bretonnian Exiles, Beastmen. Here we go. Let's see what we got for Beastmen. How many do we have watching? Can we get some likes on the stream? We got 6 people watching. Just a few people. Just a few. Appreciate y'all hanging out. If there's anything you want me to discuss, I don't always have to talk list. I can take a break and talk about something else. If you want to talk about LVO or FAQ in the packet or something, or who knows, I don't care. An army you're working on, or if you want me to look at your list and you can send it to me and I could read it and then I could critique it if you want me to. That's fine. We have we're just hanging out. Like, we're literally just hanging out. Yeah, I don't need to go into all that, but yeah, just chilling. So I have a level 2 elementalism. A level 2 elementalism with the jagged dagger. What in the world is the jagged dagger? 15 points. Should I zoom in so y'all can read it too? Can only be used by wizard as joined a unit before making a casting roll. Oh, so you're sacrificing dudes. One model killed. Oh, you just kill it and you add that many wounds to the... That's funny. So you're paying 15 points to probably kill a 5, 10, 15 point model to get +1 to cast. Wow, that's funny. You could sacrifice anybody. Now, you wouldn't do this at WTC, but if this is like a friendly game, and say my BSB is failing all its saves, or my other character in a unit is like dying, or my champion, your champion like is just trash, and you're like, I don't want him here, and you just you come up with like some cool backstories like why you have sacrificed this guy. That's just flavor. That's fun. I like that. And he's only level 2, so he gets +3. That's good. Gabriel, you're pretty sure. Did you go and check? You might have. You might have gone and checked. So, okay. I'll go back and look at yours. Just yours, though. Nah, okay. I'll do everyone's. That's fine. We have the Great Bray Shaman with the Wand of Jet. Dark Magic, the Bray Staff. That's just like their weapon. On a Tuskor Chariot. A level... Oh my, this is so confusing. Hold on. So we have a Tuskor, a Wargore, let's start from the bottom. A Tuskor Chariot with a Wargore with a 5-up save and a 5-up ward with a Talisman of Protection. So they're going to have a 4-up, 5-up, no, sorry, always a 5-up and a 5-up ward. We have a level 4 with the Hag Tree Fetish and the Ruby Ring with the Tuskor Chariot. I hope over there... I assume you have, like, based on the FAQ, the GW one, that you can't, hold on one second. Let's do this. All right. Great Bray Shaman, level 4, Hag Tree, Ruby Ring. That you can't use the Hag Tree to reroll Ruby Ring. Lots of Chariots, which are great for Beastmen. We have 1 Razor Gore, 2 Razor Gore, 3 Razor Gore, 3 single Razor Gores, 10 single Gores, well, 10 Gores. We have 10 Ungores, 10 Ungores, no ambush on anybody, and then 1, 2 Chariots. So I think that's 5 Tuskor Chariots. 1, 2 there, and then 3, 4, 5. So 5 Tuskor Chariots. The problem with those is you shoot one to death or kill one, or you shoot one to death, they're unit strength 5, so you cause panic to like everything. So you got to be careful about those. We have triple Dragon Ogre, and the single Dragon Ogre with the blackened plate, so they have a 2-up armor, and then 5 Harpies. Okay, so a ton of magic missiles, a ton of single chaff dudes, and then some nasty Dragon Ogre units. Sounds great. Ton of heavy chariots, ton of AP2. Almost everything is AP2, like the Razor Gores will be if they pass their thing. All the Tuskor chariots are AP2 with impact hits. All the Dragon Ogres are AP2 with their great weapons. Ton of strength 4, 5, 6, 7 AP2. Pretty good. Night Goblin Death Star. At least he's telling people what he's got. We have a Night Goblin Big Boss BSB. We have a level 4 Illusion with the Fungus Wine, which we talked about. The Idol of Gork, which we talked about. Level 4, the Idol of Mork. So we took both idols. Oh, Gork and Mork. Orc Weird Boy. Level 4 Elementalism Lore Familiar, Talisman of Protection. So I hope they remember the rule that Crashy was saying. We have 15-7. Not as good as the 84. So not as good, because there was 84. So you're less of a Death Star. Sorry, Stefan. Less of a Death Star. 57 Night Goblins, triple Fanatics, Poison. 30 Night Goblins. You know what? You should just take these 20 Night Goblins and put them into this 57. You'll still be short, but you're pretty close. You're like right there. That's pretty good. And then 2 units of 8 Squig Hoppers. I think the other one had 3. Doom Diver, Rock Lava, Mangler, Mangler. You know, I'm surprised I'm seeing Rock Lobbers because I only think they're D3 wounds right under the hole. I don't know why people like them so much. Only 2 Manglers. How many Night Goblin characters? 1, 2. You have triple Night Goblin characters. Why would you not take a 3rd Mangler? Find 20 points to drop this Rock Lobber, and take a 3rd Mangler. But I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. All right, so that is all of. Let's make sure I don't want to mess them up. That is all of random guys playing Warhammer. Strong armies. Oh yeah, let me go up to yours. Just kidding. Haha. Where are you at? Ludic. And someone tell me if I've already done this. All right. Marco. We have regular Bretonnia because there's a Duke. Played versus Steven Raw. Versus Stefan. That was the Orcs, right? That I just read. Stefan. Let's see. Duke. Virtue of Templar, Ogre Blade, and Syrian's Locket. Okay. Great for challenging out multiple like Ogre Blade items, other Ogre Blades, but still Stomps just kill you. Paladin. BSB, Bannered Lady's Grace. It seems like a lot of people. So you basically throw this and the other Bretonnian army. You try and get these into Leadership Bomb armies because they keep everything else back. They just chuck these Pegasus forward and just laugh at your screams, or even Tomb King casket stuff. They're just like, oh, you have 2 caskets. I'm taking Leadership 9 and I'll be fine. Well, hopefully for them. Because if not, they're like the Pegasus will just get murdered. Let's see. We have a Paladin BSB. That's blah blah. Said that one. Grommel paid for the Grail Vow, and gave them the Grommel Great Helm, so they're rerolling 1s. We have a level 4, also on a Royal Pegasus with the Falcon Horn. So Prophet is just rolling Leadership 8, no rerolls, but if they get it off once, maybe twice out of 5 games or 5 rounds, like, and if you're fighting. Tomb Kings, you know, the Necrosphinxes are just movement 6, and they're not flying 18, so that's very important. We have, especially if they positioned them behind a unit expecting they were going to be able to fly over it with the charge, so then they can't even charge really most of the time, so that's very important. 10 Man-at-Arms, just with shields, polearms. I don't know why they didn't take archers. I guess they needed the points somewhere else. But then they have a unit of, there we go. So I made a list. Oops, cancel, whatever that's doing. Never mind, I'm not going to say what I did. But this list has 15 Knights of the Realm, and they have the full Command War Banner. That's pretty close to what I messed around with the Bretonnian list with. I think mine had 17. Basically, I didn't have these Men-at-Arms, and I think there was only a 10. I was just seeing, because if you're going for less drops because you want to try and go first, well, then you take less drops and you make a big unit of 15. You obviously don't put them in Lance formation, because if they're in Lance formation, if you panic, you basically run off the board, even with the fallback and go to order roll. So you just, you don't start them in Lance formation, which feels weird as Bretonnia, but here we are. Let's see, and then a unit of 9 Pegasus Knights that you cannot stand and shoot against. No magic resist, but your magic resist in this unit is basically your a Blythe, is that right? Or a Bleth, whatever it is. Your extra, all your extra wounds is your magic resist. You all have a 3-up, you all have a 5-up, and you just have a buttload of wounds that you could just, you know, sit on and not care about magic missiles or even regular shooting, because you got a 3-up, 5-up. So, oops. Get over here. Get over here. All right, let's see. So the first one, good list. I like it. Very close to what I had just built, which is so freaking funny. Haha. Wood Elves. Tricksy Elves. We have a Forest Dragon, Ogre Blade, Talisman, -2 to hit, which is, I think, the exact same as the other one, but I think the other one paid for, they had 5, or however many points it is, and they gave them Arcane Botkins. This one does not. Level 2, Lore Familiar Battle Magic. Good. I don't like level 2s very much, but if they're staying far back with Lore Familiar, they at least know their spells, and Fireball just takes a 6, and the Pillar only takes a 7 on the dice. Not bad. Spellweaver. Why? You have magical attacks. You have +3 to dispel. You have a ruby ring, so you can stay. You can march up. You can be within 27, hopefully 24 of a unit. Fireball and then dispel. But why the Bane? I think isn't that used to be the longbow? Like you shoot and you get to reroll 1 missed shot. Of course, it's freaking. Why? Stop it. So you have a longbow with quick shot. You may reroll the single failed to hit roll during the shooting phase with the bow. However, if you reroll the fail, you take a strength 3 hit with no AP. 10 points. All right. Gabriel. Or Gabriel. Why did he take that for 10 points? Tell me why. Tell me why. Ain't nothing. Where's oh. Oh shit, I'm turning. Oh, where's what's his face when I need him? He loves that song. Okay, tell me why. You got to tell me why he's taking that. All right, we have 2 units of 7 scouts, poison. We have 6 poison. We have 7 Glade Riders with poison. We have 8 Glade Riders with poison. These have reserve move, which is great. Wait, I mean, if you have too many points, it's 6 more shots, but I wouldn't take it, to be honest. It's not 6 more shots, it's 1 shot. It's 1 shot. Why? It's 1 shot. Yeah, I don't get it. You have 10 points. You could easily find, like, give the Glade Lord AP2 shot. Not that I would really do that, but 10 points, you got to be able to find somewhere. You got to be able to find some spots. Oh, 6 points. Sorry, 6 shots over 6 turns. Yeah, but it's like, it's a strength 3, no AP shot. And then you could even put a wound on your wizard. You don't want that to happen. Your wizard doesn't even have a save. Unless they're joining the Sisters of Thorn, and then this is the event where if you join that unit, she gets also the 4-up ward save, then okay. But 10 points, you got to be able to figure out 10 points or somewhere else. Like, how about a musician in your scouts? In case they fire and flee and you need to try and rally them. You know? You never reroll? Okay, that's fair. Well, then take I think a musician's better here. Well, and just say, Gabriel, you told me to critique it, so I'm critiquing it. And that's the worst thing I've seen so far. No, just kidding. For Wood Elves, all tiny wounds are good. That's fair. Do they have elementalism? They do, so you could at least, like, you know, Plague or Rust something, so it's Strength 3, AP 2. Yeah, but you're BS4, you're moving, so you're hitting on 5s, you're likely long range, you're hitting on 6s. I don't understand. Okay. I just don't think you understand. Man, I'm singing now. I got Achy Breaky Heart up in here. We have 5 sisters, 5 sisters. Okay, so their list are triple Sisters of the Thorn for either Fireball or Plague of Rust or Pillar of Fire. We have 2 units of Glade Riders, 1 unit of Glade Guard, double Scouts, and some magic, level 4, level 2, and a Nasty Dragon. Excellent. All right. Okay, so that's trash. You're trash, Lolo. 10 points. 10 points. Why the 6 Glade Riders? Why not make them 5? Okay, so this is what I would do. You don't want your Deepwood Scouts to be running, so you either put them at 5 dudes or 9. Because you either want to lose 2 or 3 to have to take a break test or a panic check, and then you'd want them to be able to rally easier. So I would drop one of the Glade Guard. Glade Guard are trash. I don't know why you have 6. Why 6? I'm glad I'm making your day. Let's see. Corvellant, quick shot, so it's 5 for targets for range we reroll to hit. Yes, but they just said you don't want to reroll to hit because you don't want to take that hit and then take a wound on your level 4 from like your shot. So, no, hold on. Your BS 4, so you hit on 3s. Yeah, range is a 4. So you have a 4-up shot that hits, not bad. If it's AP 2 because of Plague of Rust, not bad. Yeah. It's not dumb, Crashy. Maybe you. Hey, didn't you say? Who said that? Who said? Where was it? Crashy. It's not dumb because you just said earlier for Wood Elves, all tiny wounds are good. So take it. You said it. So not bad. That's nasty. Good list. Not bad. Minus the one trash unit or trash thing. I don't know why it's not doing that. And remember, this guy told me to rip into it, so I'm ripping into it. We have, is this Mortuary Cult or regular? Looks like Mortuary Cult to me. We have a level 4 Ruby Ring on foot. We have a level 4 Necromancy with the jar. I don't think that's the +1. Hold on. Jar. That's not the +1 one use only, is it? You're killing me. Oops, I'm in the wrong one. That's why I'm killing myself. Ah, it's the extra Arise. Gotcha. Okay. And this is good because it lets you from beneath the sands with your ambush within 18 inches instead of 12. People are going to forget about that and then be like, crap, here's 2 Tomb Scorpions in my face. It's pretty good. We have a Necrotech with the poison. It's not bad. It actually makes the skeleton archers, they can do something in combat. They're not just going to do nothing and die. But usually people just put the serpent on the priest, and then I think the amulet's 30 points. So then you actually have 70 more points to spend on something else, which could be giving your priest, maybe giving your general a ward save, or giving them a steed to be able to like move a little faster, stuff like that. That's what I do, but whatever. 50 skeleton archers, not enough. I think you need 69. You need 69 of them. I do like 3 swarms. 5 Bowshopty. I've never liked Bowshopty too much. They're really expensive. They're tankier in combat, but man, you're only getting like 3 hits a turn. I guess you have an ancient, so there's a better chance to get 4. No, it's 5 of them. Oh, there's 5 of them, not 6, because that makes me think there's 5 plus 1 here. So there's 5 of them. So there's a good chance you get 3 hits a turn, which is not bad. Obviously, it's not bad. I'd rather just see these archers higher and just delete a large target, because the poison is just big. It just throws the math off. But if you get lucky and you get like freaking 4 hits with this unit, I mean, you can delete a monster right there. So, you know, don't listen to me. Just roll hot, and everything will be fine. Tomb Scorpions. I like them with ambush. The Terrors below. It's only like 2 points a model, right? Yeah, it's 2 points. If you have the points, it's not bad, but it only affects infantry and heavy infantry, so you don't see that very much in the game. And I think is it D3 initiative checks? Can't remember if it's initiative. Hold on, let me open up the other one. Might be strength tests or something. The Terrors below. Infantry initiative test. So, and you're a monster cav. Is that what a tomb scorpion is? A monster cav, right? So it's 3. I think so. So you take 3 initiative tests. You know, you might lose 1, maybe 2 things. And infantry are regular infantry, not heavy infantry. So sorry, regular or heavy. So there's no monstrous infantry, which this would be actually really good against. So there's not many things that have that. It's not like it's a waste of the 2 points per guy, because who knows, like maybe you get it off on some scouts, you know, stuff like that. It's not bad. It can cause panic checks, which is cool. Which actually, when do they come in from him? When is From Beneath the Sands? Is that command phase? Ravenite Hordes. From beneath. Where are you at? Okay, they have a lot of references from beneath. Gotcha. I guess I'm not surprised. Of course, it's the last one. During the command subphase of your turn. So you don't want it to cause a panic check, because then the unit could flee and fall out of a charge range or something like that, or some hex. But if you're somehow able to land it on the other side of them, man, if that's happened, then the game's probably already over anyways, because I think your guys are on foot here, right? If infantry are that close to you, they're just getting murdered by arrows and caskets. But, you know, whatever. What did you say over here, Crashy? Yeah, rerolled is dumb. I already read that one. I would take drilled maybe for one of the Glade Rider units. I don't think Glade Riders get drilled. No way did Glade Riders get drilled. Where are you at? Wad Riders. They're like skirmishers, aren't they? Why would they get drilled? They can have drilled? Wait, did he not give him reserve move? I'm going to call him... he's going to be trash. He gave... Is it only one of them can get reserve move? 1 per 1,000. He didn't give him both reserve move? Trash! Hold on. Trash! And it's missing... The second one's missing that. Trash! No, just kidding. Interesting. Do they have fire and flee naturally? They do have fire and flee naturally. Very good. Very good. Okay, back to this one. So then he's got 2 caskets and 2 catapults. Gross. The seed necromancy, level 4 necromancy, level 4 necromancy, 1 lore familiar. Yep. So this is just a casket leadership bomb and skeleton archers compared to a leadership bomb scream. Basically the same difference, because this guy has no monsters in it though. What might be a problem is not being mobile enough for these guys. This guy is going to super corner camp. Like super camp versus you. Yeah, it's I wish he had more trash to put like to ambush in front of the archers if the enemy gets close. Like scorpions are good, but you know, just maybe 1, maybe 2 units of 5 skeletal skirmishers, just to be a nuisance. Just be a nuisance. But that's okay. Gabriel, where are you? Did I already read yours? You said there was 2 Italian ones. Where's the other one? Are you not even on here? Where are you? There you are. Okay, you're last. Perfect. Excellent. I'm going to save all my hate hate for you. Save it up just for you, buddy. All right, so you know what? Everyone else was amazing. Every list of these guys was perfect. Perfect. I'm gonna get to yours, Gabriel. Watch this. All right, so Lorenzo, level 4 on a moon dragon, so I think it will be toughness 5 dragon, with Opal Amulet, which is the 2-up, and a 5-up regen. Silvery Wand, went through that. Level 4 Prince, Pure of Heart, gotcha, full play Dragon Helm, Cedar Rebirth, Tails Protection. Okay, so he'll have a 2-up, 5-up, 5-up. If he's using his... does he have a shield? Don't see the... he does have the shield. So he'll have a 2-up, 5-up, 5-up unless he uses his great weapon. Don't be janky, Lorenzo. Elven Archers, Elven Archers, Elven Archers. 20 Sea Guard with the Razor Standard. Man, I'm seeing that everywhere. That is out of... okay, I rarely see this in the States anymore. This unit, and I've seen it what 3 times in all the high elf lists. I'm shocked I've seen it that much. It's just not as good. Hold on, let me see. What's your in your battle magic? So it's not like you're lowering the armor save of somebody. I just don't think it does enough wounds, but this does, which I think is the exact same that the other person did down below that I read. That's a ton of wounds from shooting. So I guess you shoot at the squishier targets with these. And then maybe you get some 6s for auto, but you're not really counting on your 6s. And then tunes to scouts. I feel like I swear like I just read this freaking thing. It literally looks... it's almost the exact same as the other list. Which I guess was your other Italian teammate, right? What'd you say? That's why I want to see you check. Forgot an H, okay. Hey, I'm going to hate on you. It's C-H-E-C-K. Come on now. Different country changed so much how we see the option in different units. All right, let's see what you got. So good list for High Elves. I'd review it, but it's basically the same exact one as before, as the other one. Literally, it's almost cookie cutter. So we have Ribaldi, Gabriel. I already don't like the name. So he's playing dwarves, so he's playing stunties. Not a fan. He's playing a king. Kings are trash. He's got a Thane. Not very good. No. All right, that's good enough. Next army. Okay. Sorry. Okay, all right. Let me make sure everyone can see it well enough. And I don't know when... well, I don't know when results will come up, but I would like to check out the results too. Okay, let's see. We have a king with a... now, I don't know all the... yeah, put an F in the chat for Gabriel. Like, you know, for dead or whatever you're supposed to do. I don't know dwarves as much as I should. Grommel is the 2-up, can't be improved. Good. Okay, so he's got a 2-up. I think Preservation gives him a 5-up. Fortitude, I believe, gives him either an extra wound or toughness. Toughness, okay. So you're not taking the toughness 10 one. We're going to pairing -1 to hit. So you're -1 to hit, +1 toughness. You have a 2-up save, and Preservation, I believe, is the... is it the 5-up? Bruh. I keep saying bruh, sorry. Oh, it does. So you don't have a ward save, but immune to killing blow and monsters, or killing blow and multiple wounds. So you have a 2-up, +1 toughness, you're +1 to hit, and you have the Rune of Parent. Okay. And he's on, I'm guessing, is he on Shield Bearers? He is on Shield Bearers, so he's still very tanky, even though he's not toughness 10. He can take a lot of hits. King, Runesmith, which does the Runesmith still give you like Armor Bane or AP? I don't want to see that. I don't see that. I'll see this. So you're level 1, right? Where is Forge Fire? There it is. Gives you Armor Bane 2 and Flaming attacks in the unit. That's what it is. Okay. 2 runes of spell breaking, so you're just like F you. Now, rune of spell breaking, does it have to be within your wizardly dispel, or is it just 24? It does have to be within your wizardly dispel, and since you are a runesmith, that means it's only an 18-inch dispel, if I remember right. Because you're only a runesmith. Am I right about that? Runesmith level 1. Okay, so you're only dispelling at range 18 with those double. So I would say most armies are taking a battle magic wizard that are staying further away and just magic missiling and pillar of fire and double moving stuff. So unless you are chucking him up in a unit across the field and not getting in combat, I don't know if just a runesmith is good enough, in my opinion. The Thane, BSB, Grungy, I believe that is the one. Isn't that the one that's like the unit gets a 5-up ward and everyone within 6 gets a 6-up? You get a 5-up ward against any, and they get a 6-up ward for shooting. Okay, it's pretty close. You move forward and ban illusion spells. That's it, basically. What illusion spells? Do you just not want the column of crystal? What do you not want? Like, to not charge? I mean, you're dwarfs. You're having a tough time charging anyways. You're basically like, come, please, charge me. That's what you basically... So, oh, it's the royal clan. Ah, okay. I missed that. Sorry. Thane. Okay, I've seen this. I think I saw a couple of these yesterday. You basically just have the nasty, shooty Thane, which is very cool. If anyone's watching and you want to read something that's neat, just have this Thane just blasting dudes. It's pretty funny. Blasting all over dudes, bro. Sorry, I guess I'm getting tired. And when you get tired, you say stupid things. Okay. It's not bad. You're maxing out your characters. You have a very durable king. They're all Armor Bane 2 in the Royal Clan Warriors with the hesitation. If I remember right, can't you not put another rune on something that has a master rune? Am I wrong about that? Well, that's okay. That's not going to work. There's 36 references to master rune. I thought that was the thing, unless that's just older edition. I'm going to talk about master runes. Aha, yes. Hey, Grudge. You have broken the rules of the runes. The rule of jealousy. Each master rune may only be chosen once per army. No item can have more than one master rune. Damn it, I lied. Damn it. Yes, Gabriel, I just read that, okay? Fine. Back to this. So, I'll shut up. Rune of Battle. Is that an extra combat res? Claim additional. Yep, +1. Okay, so it's basically a war banner. So you have 38 clan warriors. I don't think they have horde, do they? That would be gross. You have drilled stubborn. So you're basically drilling them up the field. It would be cool to have a... Doesn't Anvil let you move twice? Does they still have that? Anvil of Doom. I'm trying to remember their spells. I know one's like a magic missile. Extra armor save. Rune of haste and urgency. So this would be amazing on that unit. I'm sure you've probably teetered with it, trying to see if you could fit one in. because instead of this Thane, basically this doesn't do a ton of damage. It's nice, but it doesn't do too much. Now, if you took this Runesmith and this Thane, and you just took an Anvil, and then you drilled these guys twice up. Wow, that sounds a little. So if you drilled these guys, so their movement, they march up 9. Turn 1, you're 18 inches up the field. For dwarves, that is unheard of. So you could double drill them up the field with hesitation, which I believe is that you don't get it's either you don't get the lances or you don't get the initiative bonus. I can't remember which one. Rune of Passage. Oh, that gives you move through cover. I remember that. So, drilled stubborn veterans. That is a nasty unit. It is basically a points denial unit. You have 2 grudge throwers, 1 of reloading, which is if in case you misfire, rune of burning for fire, and that is 2 reroll misfire. And then another grudge thrower, reloading, 2 of forging, okay. And then double iron drakes with the torpedoes, because that's what they do. So why grudge throwers instead of bolt throwers? Are the bolt throwers too expensive? Do you think they're too expensive? Yes, Corvalent, I completely agree. But you only get the cart, not in this one, right? Not in the Royal Clan, I think. Or is it just all of them now? I don't remember. I haven't read his dwarves as closely as I knew them in 8th. I still remember a lot of their stuff, but not as much as... I just don't see him played very much anymore, so I'm glad to see, But I think, your list is trash, man. I'm sorry. You want me to hit into it, so I'm going to hit into it. No, but honestly, this is what? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know where he is, but you basically have 1,300 points in one unit, and it's just like that unit's not dying. So you could just either sit back and protect your shooting. If you outshoot the enemy, yeah, you can just sit back, do like 200-300 points of damage, and then have your unit just as this stalwart, like, I'm not going anywhere. You're not killing this unit. You can't get to my shooting, and I win the game because I just shot at you and just held, which is fine. I mean, it happens. Not the most fun to play against if you do it that way, but there's nothing wrong with playing it because that's within the rules. So I think you have a strong team. But you're obviously the weakest one of the team. Like, obviously. Obviously. What do we got next? Team Belgium. Hey, we actually have someone called by their name. I did this one. Bros, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to finish all these tonight. Holy cow. It's been 2 hours. I think I put 7 p.m. as the start time. Sorry. I thought it was 7:30 when I put it, but oh well. This is what happens when you don't have enough people watching and you don't get paid. So it's just like, you're just having fun. I had to eat dinner, play with the dogs a little bit, and I was like, oh, it's 7:30. Maybe it's time I should start. Probably. Wait, they don't have great weapons? Wait, hold on. Did he have great weapons or... Hold on. He was on the right side. Get there eventually. Shield. Yeah, they just have hand weapons. How many points are great weapons? Is it 1 per model or is it 2? If it's 2 points, that's getting pricey for a large unit like that. If it's only 1, I'd probably do it. Just drop a couple of them and you take them. But if it's 2, I mean, do you even care about doing damage with that unit? You're really just a stall. You're just stalling. using, I'm sure they have shield wall or something like that too. So you're really just stalling with that unit as best you can. Obviously, your king can do some damage, but anyone else is, you're kind of just bouncing. Just 1 point? Yeah, I would probably, if it's just 1 point, you just drop a couple dwarves to get 38 points because that's how many are in the unit. So you take great weapons. You don't have to use the great weapons, but if you need the shield wall, you shield wall. You're stubborn, so if you have the ability, you put something behind your unit to bounce through it, and then they run into your unit that was there. So then it's now your turn, hopefully, and you switch to great weapons and you charge in. But it's all situational. So I would probably agree with Crashy here and give them great weapons. Because if you're fighting toughness 6 stuff, you just won't be able to kill it. Wait, really? Gosh. Okay, well, since you just don't want your unit to die, then I guess you have to take the shields, because that unit is just points denial. I thought you could take both. Well, Royal Clan, you suck. They're the Royal Clan. Why shouldn't they? Why do regular dwarves get both when the Royal Clan warriors don't? Okay. Okay. Whatevs. Weird. All right. Hold on, let me respond to this. Blah blah. Do you have any idea? Blah blah blah. Don't care. I'll reply to you later. Still going. Still live. Okay. Laurent. Yeah, poor warriors. It's weird. Laurent. I'm okay with the shields since it's either shields or great weapons, and that's what your unit's supposed to do is just hold the line. Shields are fine. High Priest. Level 4. I'd probably still take great weapons though, but level priest or level 4 always has a 5-up armor because the warding split and a 5-up ward. More familiar. Ruby ring on a horse. On a horse? No. Just walking around on foot. Man, I've noticed that a lot with the Tomb Kings. They're leaving them on foot with their priests. And necromancy. So you didn't do elementalism to teleport your brick of 38. So that's okay. So that's something I'm not a huge fan of, because without elementalism here, at least in this instance, your skeleton archers are going to get stuck in combat and stuck forever. Now I see that you have plenty of things that can help countercharge, countercharge from the back or just coming from the sides and stuff. But if you don't pass those ambush spells, it's going to be tough, and your mortuary priest is going to die. Banner of the Desert Winds, is that the one that lets you get a free? Is that the reserve move one in Vanguard, or is that the? I think that's that one, or is it their free reform? It is the reserve move and the Desert Winds, or Vanguard and reserve move. Okay, not bad with reserve move, but you already have a spell that can do that. So do you really need the banner? And since you're mortuary priest, you're already getting +4, 5, 6, 7, easy to cast it. Okay. Level 1, level 2. Sorry. I wish the high priest was on a horse, but maybe you didn't have the points. No, you definitely have the points. Definitely have the points. But I guess you wouldn't be able to hide from cannonballs as easy. So that's fine too. And you don't have any cavalry to protect you. So okay, on foot's fine. On foot's fine. But no teleport is a weird one. Double necromancy, 38 archers with the poison, 3 tomb swarms for sacking, 8 Ushapti. Got 400 points for 8 Ushapti with bows. Wow, that's expensive. But if you're hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s, that's not bad. 1's hitting on 3s because I think he is BS4. So what's that average? Your hit or or sorry, yeah, BS4. So you have 7 hitting on 4s, so you get 3 or 4. 1's probably a 1, so you might get 4 of them. And then you're and Ushapti hitting on a 3, re-rolling. So you're on average definitely getting 4 hits. Definitely. Could easily be 5. But that's also 400 points. Man, that's so expensive. Do y'all like Ushapti? Or Boshapti compared to like more trash and more archers? Like what if this brick of archers was 72? 72 archers. That kills large targets like 1 turn. But I guess with this ability you have a chance to kill 2. Like these could kill 1 by themselves. And then but see, I don't think regular monsters aren't your biggest fear. I think it's the triple stacked save freaking characters on mounted on monsters themselves. So like these can do some to it, but I think they bounce because they're only AP 1. They don't bounce, but they just don't do as much. These guys can mess them up. Like if you have like, I think it's like if you have 90 of them in a unit, which is a lot. Let's just say 80, 70, whatever. If you have 70 of them, you stand and shoot, rerolling 1s. Sorry, you shoot, rerolling 1s. You stand and shoot, rerolling 1s. I think that lasts until the next phase. I don't remember if it's the end of the turn. I think it's the whole phase, or till your next turn. So like you kill a 3 up, 5 up character like it's like that with like 70 of them in a unit. What you talking about? Thank you so much, man. Love your live and for consideration you make about the list and point of view for 2025. I may come to Northam. That'd be awesome. I hope you come to the. I hope you come to Nova. Like I'm running one in February, but obviously that's probably too soon, especially since you're doing this one. But I hope you come to Nova in August 2025. So next August, that'd be sick. So, like I said, I'm doing the World Championship, and then so World Championship, and I could even say like, I hope. Oh, please, while you're there, spread the word around for people to apply. If they think they might come, like if there's a World Championship singles, definitely let people know that you just have to fill out this application, and then obviously plan to come. Because I would love to have. I already have several people from like I have some from Canada, I have one from Australia, I think 1 or 2 from Europe. I would love to have like an actual World Championship, and the game's only been out. It'll be out for like a year and a half or something at that point, but that'd be awesome to have like the best of the best players playing. But yes, okay, I digress. So triple Tomb Scorpion. Oh, and then you play the GT. So you play the Worlds, which is like try hard sweaty. You could be fun and have a good sport, but then you do the GT, which is like a lot more casual and it's just a lot more fun. A lot of good people there. That people want to win, but like there's a lot of fun there too. So, but okay. But you're welcome. I'm glad to. I love the old world. I love it. I can't help it. So, triple Tomb Scorpion. Then 7 Oh, interesting. I'm liking this list a little more now. That is so you have no. Okay, I think Necrosphinxes are one of the best monsters in the game, and Abe just posted something on Bella Lost Souls and was like, "Yeah, it's true." Or he was like, he thinks that they're the best ones too, and they really are. Double Casket, 15 Ushapti, and 38 Skeleton Archers, all rerolling 1s likely. That is pretty good. Now, I wish you had Elementalism instead of Necromancy, only because of Plague of Rust. You can just then you delete a 3 up, 5 up, 5 up monster like it's nothing. And if they just have like a 5 up, 5 up, it's 100% gone. But I get the Necromancy for the caskets, so you're thinking that these will do enough even without the Plague of Rust. I like that list. It's a good list. I'd be worried about like a ton of flying monsters at you because you might, if they go first, you only get 1 turn to shooting at them, and they are in your face. Like double dragon Wars of Chaos. Like they march up, you get 1 turn of shooting. You could probably stand and shoot unless they battle magic 40 inches across the table. So decent list. Oh, another dwarf army. Another dwarf army. How many more do I have here? Jeez. Okay, we got Kevin, Anvil. Pretty close to yours. No, sorry, this is Anvil. So he has the save, the extra toughness, and 1 spell breaking. He has the Thane, BSB with the ward save banner and Rune of Battle. Shield bearers. He has the preservation and the passage and pairing. So he took an Anvil and made his Thane like a combination of your BSB and your King. And then he has the shooty. Wait, he has the shooty guy, but it's on shield bearers. And it's his general. Interesting. So he's just keeping him back and safe. Okay, that's cool. Quarrelers. Rangers. Did he deck them out? Throwing axes, crossbows, great weapons. Yep. And a champion with crossbow. Okay. Bolt thrower. Gyro. Clattergun. I'm surprised I haven't seen an 8 gyrocopter list or a 6 gyrocopter list and 18 Iron Drakes. Gross. So we have 18 Iron Drakes, drilled, all the good stuff, and they have the hesitation. Okay, that's a nasty army to want to charge. Or not army, unit you want to charge. Lots of trash. Gyrocopters are great trash. I think that's the one that is strength 5, which is the one you want. I think the Gyro Bomber wants the strength 4 one, but these guys want the Clattergun. It's a good list. Anvil's nice. Extra saves. I think ignore like ITP on one of the big ones or reroll something like that. Decent shooting. Not a huge fan of Quarrelers. They're good, but against Monster Mash, you just don't really do much. This will have a tough time versus Monster Mash because you only have 1 like D3 wound thing. Everything else is just. Well, I guess you have the 2 bolt throwers, but even that, I still don't think that's enough against a Monster Mash. But this army is good versus certain other ones. Like if there's only 1 monster in the army, like if you're playing Orcs or something, it's not bad. Like all these guys will put wounds on the Mangler Squigs. These guys will mess up some Mangler Squigs. And you just try and mitigate their Wyvern as much as possible. Let's see, Lorenz. We have a Baron. Is he on a Hippogriff? No. Virtue of Confidence. Which one is that? Too many virtues. Virtue of Confidence. Always issue and accept challenges and reroll to hit. Okay. And the Questing Vow. So he always rerolls to hit. Wait, is it just first round? No, during a challenge, he always rerolls to hit, and you can't decline his challenge. The Questing Vow, so he's going to have Stubborn. Interesting. All right, his Duke. Duke on a Hippogriff, or nope, also on a Royal Pegasus. Dragon Slaying Sword. Anointed Armor. I don't know that one off the top of my head. Arcane Journal. Hey, look, there it is. Immune to Killing Blow and multiple wounds. So it's basically the Locket, but only with Grail Vow. Okay. So why not just take Locket instead? But you are going to get Hatred and D3 extra attacks, which is really good. Alright, so it's just a challenging Dragon Slaying Sword. I think that's cool. That could do some work. I think I like the other Baron. Was it the Baron or the Duke? I think I like that one better than this one. just because like you still have the Monster Slayer. Well, this one only has Monster Slayer. I don't know, it's tough. Prophetess, level 4, Giant Blade. Oh, I haven't seen this in a while. So this Prophetess is going to be running around. Wait, it's on foot. It is on foot. Inside the Men-at-Arms? Yeah, with the Stubborn. So this person will be up front because they have to be their command. So unless they're super skinny, you swing at this thing in your turn of combat, and they're not stubborn anymore. Okay. Falconhorn's great. Lore Familiar's great. Illusion's great. Giant Blade not as good on her because I think it's you can get 6s to wound, which is good, so you auto hit, so it's not bad. But your Prophetess is ending combat. So like I charge you. Let's say you're 25 wide. Let's say I get let's say I get 2 Dragon Ogres into you. But you do have no, that's tough. No, I guess you go in the 19 realm you go on the 19 realm. You go on these guys. But they have great weapons, so they're going to strike last. So, like, your whole unit's going to strike last. Okay. I'd have to see this one. 4 Pegasus, 5 Pegasus. You got a bunch of Pegasus just kind of protecting the Prophetess, so only what you want to get into the Prophetess is going to get into the Prophetess. And you have the Column of Crystal if you really need it. Pardon me. Okay. You must be good with it. I might just not be seeing it. Cedric. You have anything you want me to talk about? Anything you want me to talk about? Am I off center? I am off center. Let me change this. Hold on. There we go. Get a little more center. Is there anything y'all see that looks weird or illegal? Anything illegal? We have a Chaos Dragon. Nurgle always has a 5-up. 3 favors. No magic item, or sorry, no magic weapon. He has a flail. It's always AP2 at least, and +2 strength the first round. So he's going to be strength 7 the first round of combat. Easily strength 8 or 9 if he rolls 6s during the turns. He's MR2. He's got a 4-up regen. He has Acid Ichor. So every wound he takes in a challenge, he does a strength 4 AP2 hit back, and they strike last. So I like the Ichor. I think it's neat. What in the name of Nurgle is a level 2 doing? I will tell you why he has to take a level 2. And you will see it in a second yourself. But I love Ichor because if you fight someone that's Monster Slayer, 1, you are striking first because the Enchanting Aura. And 2, like, so if you don't kill the Baron or Duke, whatever, the Acid Ichor probably will too, especially if you haven't taken any wounds. So the Ichor, what that does is every wound you take, the Inflictor takes 1 strength 4 AP2. So when that happens, if you get Monster Slayed and you have all 10 wounds, that Baron is going to take 10 strength 4 AP2. So you could easily, if you don't kill the Baron with, what you have here and the dragon and all that stuff, he's alive on 1, maybe 2 wounds. The Acid Ichor, if you get Monster Slayed, should slay him back. So obviously it sucks that you didn't kill him in the first place, but at least you made up by killing him back after you die. So the level 2, he is doing Wolves of the Sea. Wolves of the Sea can only take you can only take a Chaos Lord, a Sorcerer Lord, or a Demon Prince. So if you take the Chaos Dragon, you cannot take a level 4. So it hurts. Not great. I hear you. If you could take a level 4 with this, it would be, in my opinion, this Wolves of the Sea you'd be an auto include. You would always take this over the regular one, the Grand Army. It is on a Chaos Chariot, and I think Mark of Undivided. I think he needs to make it Nurgle. The FAQ is a little vague, I think, on this. It says, like, for you to get the bonuses of Mark and Nurgle, like, both it and the Chariot has to be the Mark. Something weird. And it is the Chaos FAQ, not the Rulebook FAQ. So I don't know if this unit is -1 to be, or reroll 6s to hit against it, because the Chariot isn't also Mark of Nurgle. But he still gets to take the Nurgle spell of +1 toughness. And I don't even think it's a self spell. So he could make his dragon toughness 7, and if the dragon rolled a 3 on that Gaze of the Gods, that's a toughness 8 Chaos Dragon running around. Disgusting. Or he just casts it on himself, and then it's a toughness 6 dude on a Chariot. So it seems like he's just trying to get within puppet range with this guy and not die. That's probably what it seems like. And Demonology isn't bad. He can buff his Chaos Dragon to be like an extra. It's like, hold on, let me find it out. I can't remember that stupid spell. Core Rulebook, Demonology. Yes. Okay. What? Alright, fine. They are a little harder to get off, some of them, but Gathering Darkness isn't bad. It's basically a Spirit Leech. Vortex is awful. There it is, Demonic Vessel. He'll need to roll an 8, which is very hard. Not very hard, but it's difficult. You gain +1 strength and attacks and armor piercing. So like that Chaos Dragon is going to have, without any Chaos Gaze of the Gods buff, 6 strength, 8 attacks with AP 3. Pretty nasty. And we'll see what else he has. He has 1, 2, 3 Chaos Warhounds, all with Vanguard. Amazing trash. Amazing. 2 units of 12 and 1 unit of 11 Berserker Marauders. I love these guys. I've run them once in a GT. I do want to run them again at some point. I don't know if I'm going to do that at LVO or not. But it's an option. I'd like to see if I can do better with them next time. I think I went 3-2 at Beltway with them. We're going to say 3-1 with an asterisk, just because, just to make myself feel better. And he gave them all ambush. So he doesn't have to start these on the field. So if you're playing a super artillery army and you are not protecting your flanks, these guys are coming on your sides. And you know what? They're doing back shots. They're coming on your back shots. Then he has 3 units of 4 Skin Wolves. Let's see. Vessel and Fleshy Abundance Yourself spells. Yeah, it's really good in combat. So, like, good night, Crashy. Peace. Yes, Crashy, you could roll the 6 on that damn Monster Slayer. Yeah, it's gross. So, what you do here, this army, Wolves of the Sea, if y'all don't know, before the game starts, or before you'd like to see who goes first, like the Chaos Warriors of Chaos take one of their champions and they challenge the army, and your army has to either accept or decline. If you decline, these guys go first and there's nothing you can do about it. There's no roll. If you accept and you beat their champion, you go first. You might be able to choose, but if their champion beats you, then they go first. I don't know if does he have one? Yeah, he has a champion. It's not a great, I would accept it. Like if you have a Dragon Prince champion or something like that, just versus a Marauder Berserker, I would accept it all day. They are frenzied, so they will have 3 strength 5 attacks, but you're going first, and they don't have an armor save. Actually, I think they have like a 6-up regen or a 6-up ward against non-magical attacks. I think that's what these guys have. What I like to do, I like to take a unit of Huskarls, and I probably shouldn't tell people this, but it's late in the video. Most people won't watch it this far. So I like to take a unit of minimum Huskarls give them flails, give them the Mark of Corn, and give the champion the Helm of Many Eyes. So that guy is going to strike first because he's has strike first. He has stupid, which like isn't good for later in the turn, like later in the turns. But versus a gunline army, you're going to have. I think they have 2 attacks base. Is it 3 or 4? Shoot, now I can't remember myself. Womp womp. Been a while since I ran that. Tomb Kings, Orcs and Goblins. Ooh, I didn't download the. So that I think he has 4 because of Frenzy. He has 4 weapon skill 4, strength 5, AP 2, flail attacks that are striking first. So there's a great chance that I am going first against you, no matter like gunline or not. You decline because you don't want to throw a champion away. Then I'm going first. If you do accept with like a Dragon Prince, unless you have like a Charm Shield or something like that, or an Opal Amulet or whatever, I'm going first, which is huge because all these berserkers just run up. All my chaff gets in your way. My dragon is like now freaking 20 inches up, and then I also take 2. Instead of the Skin Wolves, which are really good, I just don't own any. I take 2 of the Nurgle giant chaos spawns, and I run more units of Marauders, like not as big. I run like 3 units of 5 with ambush, and then it's like 4 units of 8 or something like that. But that's me. Still a good list, very good list. I'm not hating on that. So the Empire, we have a captain of the Empire, BSB. I've noticed everyone puts their general and stuff lower towards the bottom of characters. Is that just something y'all do overseas? I always put like my most expensive units up at the top. So like my general usually is at the top, and then it's like a level 4, and then it just gets cheaper. But I've noticed y'all always go like, it's just random. It's like all over the place. Is that just like to confuse people or something? I don't know. Captain is on a Demigryph with the BSB, full plate charm shield, no extra banner. We have 1 engineer with the blunderbuss. When that one hits, it does D3 plus 1, I think, extra hits. Like strength 4, AP 2. Second one. We have a Griffin, an Imperial Griffin. Dragon Bow, which is the like strength 6, AP 2, multiple wounds. Silver Horn that lets him reroll his Swift Stride die. The White Cloak gives him a 5-up ward and a 3-up versus flaming attacks. Really good. So that is a tanky dragon. Does he have a great weapon? With a great weapon. Oh, he doesn't have a ward save. No, I literally just said he has a ward save. So he has a 3-up, 5-up, a 3-up, 3-up versus flaming attacks. Versus flaming attacks. And he can shoot a little bit. He's got a little better charge average. Not bad. And very cheap. It's basically like an orc thing, how cheap it is. Wizard Lord, level 4, Lore Familiar with Elementalism, Ruby Ring, and a 5-up on a Pegasus. So you're casting all sorts of stuff with Elementalism. You're teleporting things around. Let's see what else he has. He has 3 units of 5 archers, 1 unit of militia. I think they have ambush. And a unit of veteran state troops. I am surprised to see that, even with the Griffin standard. I am very surprised to see that. I think that gives you like an extra rank bonus or doubles your rank bonus, I think. Triple cannon and a steam tank. This will murder stuff 100% all day. That's 4 cannons coming at you. That is nasty. I don't know why the captain is on a Demigryph, since he can't go into any of these units. He's kind of just sitting out there. Obviously, this is just a combat res bunker. I guess his captain is just like hiding behind them. Or he's trying to combo charge him with the Griffin. But he's not charging very far. He's only movement 7 Swift Stride. The captain can join the state troops? Not when he's on a Demigriff. Demigriffs have clumsy. What am I checking here? And clumsy. So like, oops, no, there's got to be another. Where is it? There it is. Monstrous Cavalry. Clumsy, see, Monstrous Infantry. Okay. A unit with this rule can only be joined by a character that also has this rule. Wait. A unit with this rule can only be joined by a character with this rule. So does that mean he can join the unit? A character couldn't join a unit of Demigriffs without Clumsy, but it's not saying that a character with Clumsy can't join a unit without Clumsy. Is that right? I just learned something new. See, that's the stuff. That's why I do this stuff. That's awesome. Right? Is that right, Corvalent? Sounds right to me. Gabriel says yes. Interesting. Interesting. I think that's right, Corvalent. I completely agree with all of you. I completely agree. Or with both of you. Would you look at that? All right, I'm gonna write that down because I don't want to forget, and that's something I want to tell my folks. Let's see. We're gonna do character with Clumsy can join unit. Oops, without Clumsy. Okay. Now that'll let me build some different lists. Just try out things. All right, cool. Nasty unit on 5-on-5. This unit's gonna murder freaking monsters, unless they have the triple stack save. But any other monsters, Sphinxes dead. Like that's easily one dead Sphinx, especially with 4 of them. Like that's one dead Sphinx a turn if they can all see. Gross. You can do the same with the Doom Bull from Beastman, who can join a unit of core. That one's a little bit more gray, Gabriel, because that one says that one's a little different because we used to play where you couldn't do that because Gores have the rule skirmishers. It doesn't say for joining characters that they have in skirmish formation. It just says skirmishers. So for characters to be able to join a unit of skirmishers, they have to have the same unit subtype. And Gores and the Gore Bull or Doom Bull, whatever, are not the same unit subtype. But I think most people, in terms of like rules as intended, they are allowing that character to join that unit, which is fine. Like it doesn't bother me. I don't care. It's just that's the argument. The argument is it doesn't say not in skirmish formation. It just says characters can't join units of skirmishers with the same unit subtype. It doesn't say skirmish formation. So that means if you even have this, some people argue, if you even have the special rule skirmishers, then that can't be joined by it. Just saying. Just saying. I'm cool either way. Like, I don't care. Put a Gore Bull in your huge unit of Gores to get all like the huge hand weapon attacks with like extra AP and all that stuff. Go for it. So I think this is the one Skaven list. I think so. So let's check it out. Team Phoenix, not Phoenix. Phoenix Bienen. All right. Led by Mr. Dickel. Sebastian. We have a level 4. I feel so bad for Skaven. Level 4 Demonology with a Power Scroll Lore Familiar Ruby Ring. He is on foot, and he has D3 Warpstone. We have a Plague Priest level 2. Please tell me. Nope, he's not. He just has the Weeping Blade. I think that's the one that like hurts you if hold on, let me pull up the Skaven. Skaven. I don't know why it does that when I search, but it does. Weeping Blade. Strength. So your strength 4, your multiple wounds D3, and you have poison attacks. I don't understand this list so far. Usually, Plague Priest, Grey Seer on a Bell is still okay. Plague Priest on the Plague Furnace is good. We have a crap ton of characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 characters. Wow. He maxed out exactly 1,000. We have a Chieftain BSB with a Scurrying Banner and 2 Skaven Brew, which is just heal a wound. We have the Chieftain who's going to accept challenges and just chill behind that with the 2-up armor. I think it's a 2-up armor. Warlord with the Fellblade. The Fellblade is, I think it's multiple wounds. Where you at, Skaven? Yeah, Fellblade is +3 strength, so it'll be strength 7. There's no AP, but there's multiple wounds, but it ignores armor, ward, and regen saves. But during the command phase, if you roll a 1, it's a D3. Okay, so on a 1 or 2, you take wounds. So is he the one? It'd probably be better for him to have for some freaking Skaven Brew to heal some wounds, but I hear ya. Yeah, I completely agree. Like, if you're bringing Skaven to WTC, you should just win a trophy. I think he's the only Skaven player, so if there's a best Skaven trophy, he wins it. No one brought Dark Elves, so there might be like a lonely Dark Elf trophy just hanging out because no one brought him. Then he has a level 2 Battle Magic with a Power Scroll. Man, you could just not get your spells. Whew, man, this is tough. This is tough. Yeah, good point. It is 100 points. Good call. What's the weapon team? It's a Warp Grinder. It's not even the Rattling Gun. Another one with the Warp Grinder. 10 Night Runners, 10 Night Runners, 10 Night Runners. I hear the Night Runners are really good. Whoa! Okay. Look at this freaking monster of a unit, guys. 61 Plague Monks with the Grand Banner of Superiority. Holy crap. That is a big unit. Now I know what he's doing with this list. Got it. So you get an extra. Okay, so this is all combat res, this thing right here. Pardon me. So you have, are they Horde? That actually got me excited. That got me a little hard. Plague Monks. They are Horde and Frenzy and Close Order. Wow. So they're Close Order. They're going to have 3 ranks because of Horde. They're going to get an extra D3 from the banner, so let's just say 2. They're sitting at 6. Hold on. Close Order, Horde, Magic Banner, BSB. So they have 8 combat res. So they have 8 static combat res. They're going to challenge out, depending on what's fighting. They'll either challenge the Cautious Blade or Cautious Shield, or they will, depending if they get to go first, then they will challenge with the Fell Blade maybe and kill whatever's there. That's pretty cool. So they're going to have like 65 models in this unit, and they're going to be sitting at a static 8 combat res. And I'm trying to remember if the Cautious Shield is an armor save, or is it, what kind of save is it? We're going to find out. And increases your armor value by 3. So they have heavy armor, 1, 2, 3. So they have a 2-up save, probably just to eat some attacks or try and survive a challenge. They're frenzied, at least with these guys. So they would have a lot of attacks, but it's not great. I don't think they're. I think they're poison. Or no, they took poison away, right? Didn't they take poison away from plague monks? Which makes no fucking. Oops, sorry. Oops. Dang it. Sorry, ad dudes. Yeah, they don't even have poison, which I don't understand. They're plague monks. They should have poison attacks. So they're T4, which is really good, just for rats. But that is an extreme points denial list. You got like 1,000 points easily in here, and then you're just running around with night runners and some warp grinders. What's a warp grinder do? I know the rattling gun, but what's a warp grinder? That's funny, bruh. Warp grinder. Oh, they have ambush. Okay, so you have, what's this team? Oh yeah, that's the one where the rats are like riding the balls. No, that's a Doomflayer. A warp grinder is just like a drill. A Doomflayer is the one they're riding. So they have two 45-point toughness 3 2 wound models with light armor. Maybe. Hold on. Oh, they're ambushing because both it and the pair gets ambushed. Okay, so they're keeping their clan rats basically away from you as best as they can, probably. Maybe going after trash in the backfield. Okay, I like that. I like that tactic. These are off the field. These three are just running away from you, throwing weapons. You know, I think they might have fire and flee, and they're skirmishers. And then everything else is just in this monster unit. So it is killable because if you hit it on the flank with a couple things and in the front with a couple things, you will get more than 8 combat res. You will murder that unit. But it's still cool. I love it. You should win a trophy. Good job, dude. Good job for participation trophy for Skaven. Tomb Kings. We have a High Priest level 4 with an Amulet of the Serpent for poison in the Ruby Ring. So he's going to be going into a Skeleton Archer Brick, I assume. I see where he's going. He has a Tomb King with the Armor of the Ages, Great Weapon, Talisman of Protection. It's a way to do it. That's the generic and probably best way to build a Tomb King on Dragon. Let's see. Necromancy. No lore familiar, though. So you're kind of just hoping for the spells. Not a huge fan of that. Spectral Stalkers, but I guess he has to do it so he could get his generic lore. Lore of Nehekara. Okay. We have 2 Stalkers in ambush. We have 10 Skeletal Archers, which are mandatory, either them or Warriors. 1 Chariot. 1 Chariot. 1 Chariot. Not champions or nothing like that. 5 archers, or sorry, 5 horse archers. 5 horse archers. They have scout and reserve move. And then 20 skeletal skirmishers. This is where the poison level 4 is going. Not bad. Plenty of wounds to either kill to get extra casting or just combat or like good protection. And with skirmishers, they can move around a little bit easier than everything else with the Ruby Ring and stuff. 4 knights. I'm not a big fan of these guys. They are very expensive for what they do. They don't do as much as I would like. If I wish they had halberds instead of spears, halberds would at least always be AP1. I think cavalry spears actually might always be AP1. But they just die too quickly. I'm just not a fan of these guys. I love them, though. I love how they look. They look incredible. But I just don't think they're very strong. He's got 2 Tomb Scorpions. 1 has ambush. He's got double casket and a Necrosphinx. I don't think the 2 caskets are that good in a regular list, especially when you don't have lore familiar. So you might not get, if you don't get Spirit Leech, or if you don't get the Vortex, you could not get both. And then your caskets are basically just used for the +1 to -1 for the enemy to be, -1 for you to be hit, and +1 to cast some spells. Other than that, it does buff your bound spell of your Ruby Ring, which is cool, but if you don't get those leadership debuff spells, it's going to be bad. And we have Stefan. We have the Nasty Dragon Slaying Sword. Okay. Always has a 5-up and a 5-up ward. I know Armor from Mediartic Iron isn't always a 5-up, but like if you ignore armor saves, you don't get the save. But yes, always a 5-up armor, 5-up ward, and -2 to be hit. Well, -1, but -2 in challenges. I think that's how it is. 1 level 2 on a steed with a scroll and lore familiar. Okay, so he's going to get Fireball, likely Fireball and Pillar. And then a level 4, just rolling, with the extra Dispel and Ruby Ring. Hopefully getting Fireball, Pillar, Double Move, and their lore spell, I suppose. 8 Scouts Hagbane, 6 Glade Guard Hagbane, 7 Glade Riders Hagbane, and that is where the Spellweaver is likely going, or at least using them next to him. 6 more Scouts Hagbane, Sisters, Sisters. 1, 2, 3 units of Sisters. So pretty similar to the other one. The only thing that's different is basically like the amount of Glade Riders. Kind of just changed it up a little bit, and that's basically it. Good, still a good list. WTC Death something. I can't see it on mine either. Op2 optimized. Let's see. Level 4 on foot, doing the bring dudes back twice with 5 spells. A level 2 spell familiar, Necromancy, so with 3 spells. A vampire count. Wow, I don't think I've seen this like once. We have a vampire count with the Master of the Black Arts, Curse of the Revenant, level 2, Illusion, Great Weapon, 2 Power Scrolls. What lore are they taking? Illusion? Man, so they're like really trying to get Doppelganger or something? Okay. I don't understand this one. You really need to get those spells, and you're on foot too. Oh no, you count as a level 3 because of Master of the Black Arts, if I remember right. Curse of the Revenant gives you an extra wound. So you're a level 3. You better hope you get this. You better hope you get the spells you want. White King, Helm of Commandment to give like extra weapon skill. Crown of the Damned, you have a 4-up ward, but you are stupid. Another white, or then a White Lord, BSB with the Accursed Army. That gives you like +1 toughness, but like -1 initiative and weapon skill, I think. So he'll be T5, which is cool. Gosh, okay, just another super denial list. So the Crypt Ghoul is going to have the Master Necromancer, the Acolyte, and maybe the White Lord. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want him in there. And then you have a White King and a Vampire count inside 59 Glade Guard. That's gross. That are going to be MR1 and have a 5-up regen. And then just, zombies that you can like turn. If you go turn 1, you raise them up to 40, basically, or close to it. Okay, so several super huge units that are just trying to play like points denial, which is fair. This is WTC, and it's a 5-man, so if someone's not able to kill that based on, if you're fighting like a gun line, you just like instantly get a draw, you like suck out their gun line, and you just sit there taking cannonballs, and you probably draw the game. Probably. Level 4 Dark Magic, Power Scroll, Horn of the First Beast. Which one is that? That's not the one that lets you ambush better, is it? No, unless fleeing, any unit within 18 of the model may use its leadership when testing for Primal Fury. Okay. Primal Fury. That's good for all the Razor Gores. But I think Razor Gores are actually loner, right? Aren't Razor Gores loners? So that doesn't that mean they cannot use the leadership or something? I forgot what loner. They are loner. No, loner just means. Oh shoot, I can't remember. Getting tired, boys. Oh, loner, where you at? I'll keep going though. Blah blah. Oh, you just can't be joined by the character, so you can still use the leadership. All right, cool, good. Gores are gonna have. So he's got 2 level 4s, and that's it. And he's not on chariot, so he doesn't. He does have 360 line of sight if he's not in a unit, but he's not even on a. He's not even on a chariot, so no. So he's gonna go in a unit, or he's just gonna be walking around by himself, maybe inside a unit of Gores, but not if they're skirmishing. I don't know if a Great Bray Shaman is the same unit subtype as a Gore. How can a Great Bray Shaman not be found in Ravening Hordes? Liar. Liar! Great Bray Shaman. He is regular infantry, so he could. Alright, cool. Figured it out. So both level 4s are probably going inside either of the Ungors, one in each of the Ungors. That's probably what's going to happen. Or they're both going to sit in the Gores. Got options here. And then all these Razor Gores are going to be using their leadership. Oh, probably in the Gores because they have Warband, which the Great Bray Shaman then hands out. That's probably what that's going to be. Okay. So the Razor Gores are going to have lots of high AP attacks while on the charge. And then he's got 2 units of 4 Dragon Ogres. Nice. 1 unit of Harpies, and then a Gorgon, which I love. I wish they were a little cheaper, but and then a spawn of Nurgle, a great spawn or Nurgle. Awesome. Love it. This list would is gonna mess up some stuff. It doesn't have Vile Tide, which I'm very surprised. No, yeah, it does. Okay, I'm less surprised because guess what? It does have Vile Tide, and I just wasn't paying attention. So he'll have Vile Tide, Ruby Ring. He hopes to get Wind Blast and a Power Scroll, which he's going to Vile Tide a monster. Now the problem is Vile Tide I think is only range like 15. You can teleport the unit, which is good if you get it. Like you really, man, I'm surprised he didn't put Lore Familiar on the Elementalism. Why did he put it on the Dark Magic? You really just want to have the teleport so then you can get in range with your Hag Tree. Yeah, man, or not your Hag Tree, your Vile Tide. You put both of these guys in the same unit, in the same skirmishing unit. You have the teleport spell. You cast a teleport spell, and then you double Vile Tide a monster within like. Now I don't know how they're doing the teleport spell, but some people, depending on where you're playing, it's either no model can move further than its movement value, but if you're a skirmisher, some people are playing like only the unit has to be within 12. So you can put one model within, like you start here, you put one skirmish model within 12, the rest of the unit strings out. So like you could Vile Tide whatever you want. Just depends. It's very gamey. That's probably not what they intended, but just depends where you play. Yeah, very good. So I like the Beastman list. This is an anti-point denial list, but I don't know how good it's going to be. They have 2 anti-point denial lists. The Tomb Kings, it's an okay list. The Dragon, obviously, it's really hard to beat. The Dragon's nasty. 1 Necrosphinx. I don't think the Caskets pair super well here. I don't like the Knights too much. They can still do work, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather see another freaking Necrosphinx than a... I'd rather... But that's just me, but you can't do it because you're not playing Mortuary Cult. So I get it. I hope they do well. I would like them to do well. And then a nasty Scout shooting unit. So you have 2 like super big blocks of points denial, and yeah. All right, let me check this. All right, that was... How many do I have left? All right, last one, people. I was about to call it if there was like 2 more, but there's only 1 more, so And I've probably done most of these armies so far, so we can be quick. Sorry, TG Play, unless I already did this one. Isn't this? Hey, I already did this one. I did this one yesterday. Success! So, I am now finished reviewing all the WTC lists. I don't think anyone is watching anymore because it is a long time to just hear me blather on about army lists. But thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Be sure to take a screenshot of the GT thing and send the I'll post it the link to the application to try and come to Worlds. This is singles Worlds Championship, running it in the last weekend of August, Labor Day weekend here for the States. Thank you all so much. Keep playing Warhammer. I hope your armies, get huge buffs as we continue on. And I'll see whoever's going to LVO to LVO. Cheers.